Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I have typed up some thoughts. Negatives have been given, as negatives are wont to be. Let's finish the second scenario, shall we? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, full moon now, okay. It's okay, now we have literally half the party we used to, so that should make this easier. I still don't have bio. I cannot believe I still don't have bio. I know she actually gets it in this scenario. Wow, that did not kill something. That didn't either. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay, this is... Do they want me to grind again? Is that where we're at? I love how they give me the summon command. Can't do anything with it, but it's there. It's there. That was also not their weakness. Okay, this is positive looking. That's a lie, by the way. That's terrible. Our first encounter cost us that much. Oof. Listen, I don't even think I could withstand that, Kitten Fan. That's just mean right there. Hey, Noctis. Okay, so let's do some stuff. Weak to ice and holy, looks like. Well, ice is good enough for me. Let's do it! And thank you for the sub, Noctis. I hope your move goes way better than mine did. It isn't actually 4 separate moves, depending on how you count that. Okay, that was a little better. I can predict it right now. We're going to be chugging through our ethers. So that's going towards Epic Battle, Fantasy 5, Majesty Gold, and Sin and Punishment. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at a map of the mine here. What's funny is I'm almost positive this is just a copy-paste of the Antlion's Cave. If Valerian was here, I could ask him if that's true. Did it really random? That's... actually surprising. My videos usually don't do numbers. I suppose the short length probably helps. Okay. So they have no weaknesses. Cool. What about this guy? What about Kachi? Listen, I've put out good videos before. That's not what makes numbers happen. That's not how Blizzard works. And by Blizzard, I mean, he's weak to Holy. That's not how YouTube works. If every good video on YouTube made numbers, and if every not good video didn't, we would have a much different YouTube scape, I'm just saying. Yes, I just used the word YouTube scape unironically. Why? I mean, hell, I saw your Majora's Mask video. You know what? Honestly, thank you for sharing that, Ulto. That feels... It's comforting, right? To hear that. Hey, Colgrim. See, I think we're gonna go, like, recover at the end. This place is beating my teeth in. At the very least, it's beating my mana pool. Good God. Let's see if we can buy some ethers. Because if we can't buy ethers, this is gonna suck. I might just start running until we get to the boss, you know? Thank you, Colgrim, very much. It was a great video, Random. I enjoyed it. And not just because I'm in it. By the way, everyone, you should go watch Random's Majora's Mask video because I'm in it. And for no other reason. Definitely not because it's a good video. Random, that's your chance to like the video. Quick, like the video. So let's do Alien Shooter. Blues and mine. Oh, mine. Thank you, Colin, very much. Do you sell ethers? You do not. He doesn't sell ethers. That's terrible. Okay. Yeah, alright. Okay. Thank you, Random. You really should go watch this video. It's cool. So, okay. That's valid, Her Royal Floofness. You're right. A lot of games don't have magic restorative items as a saleable item. That's very common, especially in the Final Fantasy series. What the Final Fantasy series usually does is something to offset that. You don't have access to ethers at the beginning of Final Fantasy VI because you have access to Edgar. You know? And Locke and Sabin, if you want to extend that a little bit. Right now I have Sid 2.0 and a Black Mage. Not even a mage like Terra was, just a Black Mage. And that's it. That's my party. I mean, kinda, yeah, Colgrim. This is... I mean, the score, right? The score kind of speaks for itself. This is not a good game. Good RPGs, including a lot of FFs, put a lot of thought and effort. Even Final Fantasy 1, for all the crap I throw at it, put some thought and effort into the health of enemies in a certain area, the damage that certain enemies do within a specific range, how much gil they drop, what kind of items they can drop, right? Thought was put into all of the different tiny details that nobody even thinks about an RPG, that all make the combat smooth and pop and give the player options and choices and difficulty while simultaneously giving them tools to deal with that difficulty. You gotta be kidding me. Did they seriously just put a recovery pot in here and that's their solution? Is they gave me a recovery pot? Which, by the way, is pretty much After Years in a nutshell. Whatever the least work involved you could think of to solve a problem, that's what After Years tends to do. Did I mention this, that each episode has a level cap that you cannot level past, so... it's also a factor in everything else. Oh my gosh. No, I wouldn't say grinding is pointless, I would say grinding is mandatory. But it can only get you so far. Alright, where are we? Okay. There is, I'm looking at the map, there is one ether on this map. One! Hi, Spartan. Yeah, no, exactly, Colgrim. I'm pretty sure this is a review stream. I think? Hang on. Okay, I've got the tie, I've got the outfit. Set's mostly set up. I've got the score over here. I've got the amazing audience. Yeah, no, I think this qualifies as a review stream. Got the water, because I'm dehydrated, because it's 1,000,000 degrees in here. There's Valerian. That's true, I got the title up even. Oh, in fact, I even fixed the thank you. This is actually the correct thank you stream now. It's almost like I'm a real streamer. Almost. Actually, yeah, exactly, Dr. Winter. That's a great example. Thank you for bringing that up. Dr. One brings up Warcraft 3, which is an incredibly well-designed game, by the way. It's not going to beat StarCraft 2, but that is a damn good game. And at several of the early missions, when you're still trying to figure out what you're doing and you're still low level on Arthas with your main hero, and you don't have access to a lot of troops, there is a level 10 Uther who stays at your camp. He doesn't move from your camp, he just stays there. Because he's a safety net. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I was just talking about how everything's up to date, and then someone types next, and I haven't fixed that yet. Hang on. Let me fix that real quick, because we have a really weird queue right now, and I'm not actually 100% sure what order everything's going to be in. Might be good fate. And let me get rid of the victory music. There's no victory here. Get out of here, get out of here. Yep. Now, the version you're looking at didn't come out in 2008. This version of the game came out in 2013. To be very specific. Alright, and then I need to edit the local file, which is going to be here. See, I'm almost a real streamer. I'm not quite there. Working on it. Well, it's funny because this is it is funny you say that, Culver. So the original version, the 2008, 2009, and 2011 versions, all, in my opinion, look a little bit more modern because they're based on the graphics of a much older game, one from 1991. I know that sounds strange, but sprite work, right? However, in 2000-something... Hang on. In 2008, hello? 7. In 2007, FF4 DS came out. It's nowadays usually referred to as FF4 3D. And that's the engine you're looking at. That's the engine this game uses here. Ah! Where did this blue fairy come from? Jesus! And I can fly. You can fly. Okay, so... next stream is Homeworld. Then Homeworld Deserts of Karak. Then Homeworld Cataclysm. Then Jedi Fallen Order. Then I'm just going to put Sonic 2D block. Then hopefully Final Fantasy 11. And then WoW Midnight. And I got a whole bunch of stuff lined up for after that too, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Okay, now let's turn the bot back on. There we go. Okay. Real streamer. I'm wearing a tie! I actually get a couple of questions every now and again from people, usually people who are not familiar with me. Why do you wear the suit? You know, why do you wear the tie and the... It used to be a blazer. Nowadays I wear a kimono because it's way more comfortable and actually looks better, I think. And the answer is very, very simple. This is my uniform. And I'm one of those weirdos who I prefer to be in a uniform when I'm at work. Like, it actually helps me with the mentality, helps me to get into the zone. And Rydia is dead. Cool. Yeah, actually, exactly. To quote, and to quote the sniper, professionals have standards. I mean, getting discouraged in FF11, I think, is... I don't want to say normal so much as mandated. Like, if you're not getting discouraged in FF11, something has probably gone wrong. That's not a joke, by the way. Of course. Oh, thank God. Oh, God. Sorry, Jueno is not what I would call very far in. But I feel you. I really do. I've played FF11 before. If it makes you feel any better, the most recent time before this time, in other words, the last time I really tried FF11 before I committed to streaming it, which is a few years ago now, I didn't even make it out of my starting town of Gridania. I mean, I got outside the town. What I mean by that is I got to, like, the next major dungeon outside of Gridania, and that was my wall. Jesus Christ, Colgrim. Yeah, this isn't what you'd call a very popular game. I know it's sold well. You know, it's always nice to hear. I wonder how much this exact version of the game sold. Because this came out on the iPhone first, because that's where Square was at this point in history. And then it got ported to PC. And that's the version I'm playing. Alright, do I be greedy? I'm gonna be greedy. Greed. Greed. Greed is eternal. Yes, this is the 2013 version. Okay, so that's a minor loss of my defense. Minor increase to evasion, but really big boost to our intellect. I think that's going to be worth it. Int, if I'm not mistaken, is magic attack, whereas wisdom, excuse me, spirit, is magic defense. Oh, Jesus, run. Run, 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 run. Run, run, run. No, don't attack, just run. Don't use Blizzard, just run. Keep running. Oh, God, why? Okay. Luke is dead. Or Lucca, as some people will say. I know what you're thinking. Vlar! Because you're a Ferengi. Valerian, why are you a Ferengi? Why are you using items to heal right before you open a chest? Well... Let's see if we still have the healing rod, which we do still have the healing rod.
Have you Pokemon for the day?
I have not done anything.
Give me your phone.
Give me one.
You need to catch Pokemon, so I don't have to waste a special
Well,
trade
here,
on you.
well, here, go.
Hold on, I'm trying to get my phone in the pocket. Game mode on.
No. Oh, fire
Why
mode.
don't you have the window open?
It is. I did, and it was hot.
It's not now.
Really
It's
hot.
raining.
Oh my God! He just one-shot me. He literally one-shot me. I just... What?
You die.
Yeah! That's a good question. If Blade Travell, are you there?
No. There is no such thing as a Blade Travell.
400,000 copies of this version is actually higher than I was thinking.
I'm hungry.
I am... Yeah, do we have a dinner planned?
I don't know.
That sounds like a no.
Kazura was asleep.
So that's a definitely no.
There's an event going on right now, which means you can catch... It has all of the same Pokemon out.
Ooh. Yes, she did, Random. You remember when he was testing for Cecil, and I had one of the lines played, and you just...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So there's like 4 of them. We'll go catch them. I got you a shiny one
Woo!
that I can give to you.
Woo!
I got Kazura shiny one, but I needed you both to catch one of them. Does anybody else play Pokemon Go? You want to be friends?
No,
I need
say
more
no.
friends.
Say no. Save yourselves. Okay, so now I'm in a good phase. So we're going to try the boss again. Oh, hang on. I'm going to run from this.
Boo!
Run, run. Oh, that's right. Tents only heal you for 1,000. I forgot about that.
Boo!
That's what cottages are.
Boo!
I'm proud of all of you for not playing Pokemon Go. I want you to know that.
Boo!
This is why cottages exist, is so you get the better heal from it. It also only restores X amount of mana. I don't remember the amount.
They've added a whole lot to it, so like I quit because it wasn't like great.
No.
And it's
okay.
been it's much better now. Oh, your phone says it's stopping raining.
Yay. Okay, so we're gonna use this, and we're gonna do a big throw. Well, hang on, it's UK and Corp. Wait, hang on. Name a country that was conquered by Britain.
Your bag is full.
That's a you problem. It's okay, I can spend money to fill it out. Quick, what's a country that was conquered by the UK? That isn't Canada or Australia. I've already used those. I could do India.
Heal all. Okay, I used some items. Now do I have?
India sounds like a good time. Thank you, India Incorp.
Your
very,
item
very
bag
much.
is still full.
Why is it still
I just
full?
used 6 revivals and 7
Why is it still...
potions, and it's still full. Oh, shoot. I should attack.
And that's going towards... Hang on. FTL. FF4. That'll be a fun comparison. And Evercold. Okay.
Use shield.
How much health does this thing have? It doesn't say. Of course it doesn't say. Okay, here we go. Okay.
A lot.
It's charging up. Magic. Okay. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yes, I know I need to counter with ice magic. Thank you. I understand the assignment here.
Come on.
How did I not... You saw that. I beelined for it. It was the first action I took, and he's just like, oh, I'm just gonna kill you. That's just what I'm gonna do.
You're dumb.
I'm not that dumb.
No, not you. This.
Oh, okay.
This is a dumb. I'm not going to beat this because this stupid thing killed me before I could get my extra big on.
I might have to give this boss its own negative. This is funny.
Please. Fuck.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
He's laughing at me.
Yeah, they're dicks.
Good effort. Your bag is full. You won't receive any items. No shit.
Well, yeah, obviously. Okay. Third try on the
catch one?
stupid boss.
Come drive around with me and catch more so we can roll them.
Eye pocket.
Sure.
Hey,
Your-
it's okay. It's okay. He comes in here the second the door's open. He does this every time. He just roams around for a second and then he leaves. Every time. Okay, so... No, oh, God, I hit the wrong button.
Hold on. I'm trying to beat Team Rocket for lore.
Yes, that is me. Okay. Blizzara, go. Quickly. Counter with ice magic, go! Use ice magic! That's not ice magic, but I'll accept it. Use ice magic! No! Why? What the crap? Okay, that's okay. It's okay. Use ice magic. Okay. What the goddamn hell? I hate this fight. And I blame the next person who's going to talk and chat for this. That's whose fault it is.
Come on.
No.
We can go enough. Yep. Switch.
It was Valerian. Actually, it's Kira White noise.
No. You stupid butthole.
Oh no! Come on, that's not fun. I mean, okay, the problem here is the timer. I can actually objectively tell you the problem. Do you see how little time there was there? You have to hit it with ice.
Barely.
You have to hit it with ice in order to break its fire form. Okay, good design. I'm actually with that. The problem is you have to have basically already cast ice when it switches to fire form. So Rydia is functionally out of the fight other than to break it out of fire form. Which means that sucks. Did you do it? Okay, good.
Barely.
So I'm going to treat...
Your last Pokemon had like 5 HP.
So I'm going to treat Rydia like she's not even here.
Oh, it ran away. I did not get you the Ralts. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I didn't need that Gardevoir anyways. I should make one of these for Pokemon. The sprites from like the DS games, probably. If I were to
You
put
got
finger
a
on that.
gift.
Ooh. Like Black and White. How many of you have played Black and White? Pokemon Black and White? Because the sprites in that game are really good. So you see how I like, okay, I immediately ice. So yeah, this is the strategy. I just have to reserve Rydia. You what, Luke? Oh god, that's a good point, Dr. Winter. I gotta put Giga on there. It's not my Pokemon team without my Giga. Okay, now we're gonna wait. I'm just gonna sit here. Yep, okay. Yeah, no, this is the fight. Also, one of the things I like doing...
He instantly got fire again.
He did. One of the things I like to do when it comes to boss design is... And I do this in D&D all the time. Thank you.
Yep.
Is... multiple options, right? So, right now, this is what we call a one-solution boss fight. He goes Fire Form, you hit him with Blizzara, the end. That is the solution. There is no other option here. Make sense? And if you don't do it quickly enough, you die. So I would probably do it so, like, I don't know, maybe there's, like, some other attack you could do, or maybe there's, like, some way you could endure it, or maybe you can turn it back on him, or maybe get him with some other thing, which will do something. I don't know, you get the idea. I, of course, don't have specifics off the top of my head. Yeah, maybe there's an item that drops in this dungeon.
The question is leftovers.
Okay, so maybe, well, we do have a bunch of other, the halal or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, open your window. It is really cool outside.
It's good because it's a freaking oven in here right now.
Yes, it is. That's why I was like, why don't you have your window open?
Because it's so hot.
It's almost like it's no
so
longer
hot.
76 degrees outside
was
because
so
it's
hot.
raining.
Anyways, it is also apparently going to be hot the next several days, from what I saw.
It is.
So I
It's
might.
supposed to get up to like 80 on Monday.
Ooh, 80.
Or something.
Thank God we have AC. All right.
I'm hungry.
Well, it's a leftovers time.
I think I might actually just be thirsty.
That's possible. Wendy's apparently has something new I'm going to try. Do you want to try it with me?
What is it?
I don't remember, to be quite honest with you, but it's in my brain that Wendy's is on the rotation right now for having something new.
Okay.
And not right now, it's way too early. I mean, I guess you could get food.
I'm apparently going out driving to catch more of the dinosaur thing.
Oh, wait.
I don't know what it's called. It starts with a D.
Oh, okay.
And it has a spike of hair. And then when it evolves, it has 2 heads. And it's purple.
Oh my god, I don't even know
It's
what
black.
that is.
No, it's not black. It's like bluish purple and black.
Okay.
I'll show you in a second.
Yeah, as I
getting ready
said,
to
that
catch one.
doesn't sound familiar, but I'm not
Well, if
waiting.
he's,
Waiting.
I had to show it to you so it would get stuck.
Yeah, no, that's how that works. Oh, yeah, it's actually a dragon type of doom.
Yeah, no.
Oh, here it is. Apparently it's a drink, because I recognized it instantly. It's watermelon Sprite. And I have to try that out. Hi. Hug and have fun. Have all of the fun. And I'm never letting go. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm letting go. Okay. Oh, this game is so good, Mr. Red. You can tell, this is how much I enjoy this game, is the quantity of victory music playing right now. It is just, it's that much. I didn't even get a level out of that. I bet we can repair the Falcon with this. Let's go try it. Okay, so we beat the terrible boss fight. In the interest of fairness, I don't think that's the worst boss fight ever. It really is just kind of a dumb boss fight. Have Rydia stand there doing nothing, and then cast Blizzara the moment you see him start to do his counterattack. That's it. That's the entire fight. There's no other depth or levels or anything there. I say without hyperbole that the Mist Dragon is a more interesting fight than that. In order to fight the Mist Dragon, make sure to not use any attacks while it's in mist form, like it says in the name. Sorry. I should have probably healed. Ugh, yes. So I'll go heal. I suppose. You are all beneath me! Oh, I'm sorry. Several people were saying his portrayal was similar to Vegeta. I'm not as familiar with it to be able to judge that, but apparently. Every time someone hits him, unworthy. Listen, Mr. Ed, we need to see Rydia's ass. Oh yeah, speaking of which, that's a hell of a segue. So, Evo actually did find me someone who cosplayed as Rydia. No, she's actually 31 at this point in her life. There we go. She doesn't look it, but she is. Anyways. It's okay. Some women who definitely don't look as young as they are in this franchise, like Yuffie and Riku, just to name 2 examples right off the top of my head. Anyways, so the cosplayer was actually really clever, and I want to give full props to said cosplayer for taking what is frankly a pretty terrible outfit and being very creative and cool with it. What she did, she made a onesie, which was skin colored, right? And it went down to down to her thighs and up here, up around her shoulders. And then she sewed on, essentially like a clothing, there's a term for it, I don't know what it is, but it's like a clothing decal. So, effectively, she sewed the outfit onto the onesie, right? So that made the whole suit one uniform piece. And if you glance at it, it looks like that's just skin. Yeah, that's a patch, thank you. It just patched it on top. So if it looks like she's just wearing skin underneath, but if you glance at it, you can tell that the fabric is there, keeping it all together. And I was just like, that's really creative. Props. Yeah, you know what? Hang on. Just to give praise, because I actually have a lot of respect for cosplayers. Give me a sec, I'll show you. I'll do something other than play FF4 after you. It'll be great. Give it a second. Oh yeah, cosplayers are fascinating because while you can make money doing that, for the most part, you do it because you want to, which means it's sort of self-selecting, if you know what I mean. As a result, there's only really 2 kinds of cosplayers. Ones who barely put any effort in, that'd be me, by the way, or people who go completely all out. Here we go. So, see? So, here's her outfit really quick, and you can see, just at a glance, especially on the stream, you probably are like, oh my god, but really, if you pay attention, you can actually see the outfit underneath, the onesie that actually is the entire one piece, right? And that's really good. Like, huge props to this one. I don't know her name, unfortunately. I'd give her a shout out if I did. But you can see she's got, like, you can't even really see the straps unless you really pay attention to it. And she did some cool stuff with the sleeves, too, and she's got, like, little beads here and stuff like that. Yeah, like I said, at a glance, it's like, oh, wow. That's a good way to do it. And now this is a rated R stream. I'm kidding. Although, I don't know, the way Twitch is some days. I sure hope FF4 on the DS has more positives. It has better level design, for the most part. It has way better boss design, better kit, better power progression, better difficulty curve, better itemization. Obviously, it has a better story. I don't feel the need to explain that one. Number 387 push-ups. Felicia. Oh, from Darkstalkers? Kinexco? Yeah, so this was years ago now, over 10 years ago. The last time I went to Gen Con, and I showed this in my Gen Con video, which I think is actually still on my YouTube channel. There was a gentleman who was in power armor. Just straight up in power armor. As in Warhammer 40k, Space Marine. And I was just like, dude. You know my favorite thing about cosplayers? This is a 100% certainty, and I bet Random knows exactly what I'm talking about here. If you're there and you see them and you've got a camera or like I actually had a camcorder with me because I was taking footage, or if you have like your phone or whatever, and you see someone cool and it's like, hey, could I take a picture or could I take a shot? There's like a 99% chance they're going to be like, yeah, and they'll be happy about it because they get to show off the cool thing that they made. They get to show off their hobby. I got so many smiles that Gen Con. Which makes sense, right? If there's something you like, if there's a hobby of yours... Yeah, no kidding, Russ. If there's a hobby of yours, you want to share it, right? Shared enthusiasm is such a huge part of human existence, frankly. Bug Fables, Dead Space, Cyberpunk... And you're awesome. Thank you, Unicorn. Unicorn Scotch. I almost said Uniscotch corn. Uniscotch corn. Thank you for this help. Always appreciate. Actually, hang on really quick. I'm sorry, I just thought of something. And I have this thing where if I think of something, I want to deal with it immediately before I forget it. Give me 1 second, okay? I just realized that I might not have paid the electric bill this month. It better be low. It is low. Okay, good. Here's a random ass question, just for funsies. Let's assume somehow that there was no difficulty, no possibility of like getting a hold of it, no frustration in getting the material. It's just, you can just kind of Q-snap a perfect cosplay of whoever the hell you want to, that you can wear at a convention or something. Who would you pick? You get to pick one. And I admit, I'm very torn by my own question, because there's a lot of people I'd love to go cosplaying as. Like, I mean, Sephiroth comes to right at the top of my head, right? Just, yeah. But I'd have to think about that, right? Ooh. Oh yeah, hey, some bosses. Oh man, did we heal? I think we healed. Golbez! Oh, that is a good pick. Yeah, no, right? Yeah, you'd have to think about that. Because there's so many cool options there. I'm just gonna auto-battle this. Revan is a good pick. Magus is a good pick. Big Daddy, that's a good pick. And Layman Roos. I don't know how you'd manage it, but man. Kerrigan or Rydia. I think you could rock both of those, frankly. Oh my god, she lived. Oh man, Tyrael. I'm big enough I could probably manage Doomguy. I am only 6 feet tall, but I'm quite broad, and that's not even a fat joke. I don't know who that is, Ross, if that makes you feel any better. And I know Inuyasha, and I don't know the name. Oh, dude, Lich Queen. Oh, that's a great pick. I'm sad because you just took mine. I was gonna say the Lich King, the second Lich King. I mean, come on. tell me I couldn't pull that off. I've literally got Frostborn right over there. Link? So, which Link push-ups? No, it's magic. It's magic. It's a full-on, like, Q-snap, you just look like that character. I'm not in any hurry with Jedi Survivor, Pillars of Snow, and it's also nowhere near being funded, really, so... Yeah, Kerrigan is pretty tall, too. She's not, like, full-on Amazonian, but I think she's straight 6 feet. So tall as I am. Mortarion? I don't know this name. I have encountered a name I don't know. I must react with violence. See, this is going to sound stupid, but I feel like... thank you, Primarch, from one of the Chaos Primarchs. I think it would be more interesting, almost, to pick, like, one cosplay per franchise, you know? That's still an interesting question. Because, like, Star Wars is a really big franchise. So who do you cosplay as from Star Wars, right? Ooh, no, that's a good pick, Mr. Ed. I'm with it. Yeah, see, Revan is still a solid pick there. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure I could rock Revan, but then we've got several Mandalorians. We've got the Clone Wars, right? So all of the clones. We've got frickin' Grievous, since we're going magic with this. I mean, I'd be tempted by Palpatine, I'm not gonna lie to you. But if I'm being completely honest, I would probably fit better someone like Exar Kun or Malik or Vader. Yes, I realized I just listed 3 Sith Lords. What do you want from me? Who do you pick in Trek? Ooh. Okay, can I give the joke answer first? So who I would pick in Trek is I'd go as Beverly Crusher, and then I'd spend the entire convention in the bathroom. Okay, that's a joke. Look! It's as close as I'm ever getting. Don't take this away from me. Who would I want to cosplay as in Trek? Shran's a good pick. Shran. Sorry. Admittedly, there are several Klingons that I'm thinking of. I'm not gonna lie. Martok, if I had to pick one Klingon, I'd just beeline for Martok. I was actually thinking Data as well. And yeah, Locutus, or just a Borg. Not gonna lie, I'd be tempted by Seven. In a uniform, obviously. The Seven from Shattered, I think is the name of the episode. I could probably pull off the Doctor. So to going back to it, like, who do you pick from all of Final Fantasy? Oh, that's a tough one. Who do you cosplay as across all of FF? Jesus. I don't know. I would pick Mengsk from StarCraft. I would be tempted by Alarak, I would. But I would pick Mengsk. And I don't mean Valerian Mengsk. To be really clear about that. Who would I pick from Final Fantasy? Oh, that's tough. That is tough. So it's magic, right? So gender doesn't matter. Which I mention because there are several female characters who look super awesome that I would be tempted by. But the problem is there's also several male characters I'd be super tempted by. Because like, let's just go down the list, right? So we've got Golbez, which would be badass. We've got Kefka, which I'd be completely in on. We've got Sephiroth, I already mentioned that one. We've got Auron from 10, skipping ahead a little bit. We've got Tifa from 7 would be another one. I actually, so real talk, when I actually get sunlight, my natural skin tone is Jecht's skin tone. And so I could look like that if I could be in better shape. Like if I was able to spend the time and effort dedicated to that. I can actually just look like Jecht, straight up. I've even got the hair for it. Emmett Selk. Oh, yeah. No, that's another great pick. Oh god, who would I pick from FF? Xenos. No, I want to cosplay a good character. Cosplay is one character from Starfield. Well, there's the fan, our mother, and our father. And the evil corporate executive. The only 4 voice acting positives the entire game got. Anyways. I can snap. I can do it on command. I don't do it like he does it weird. He does this, like, weird, like, roofy thing. Oh, dude, Dion. Oh, Dion. Oh, that's a good point. Random citizen, random lady, been kneeling on the staircase. By the way, don't at me. I wouldn't mind going as Vincent. And while we're talking about females, I wouldn't mind. I already mentioned Kefka, but I wouldn't mind Terra either, while we're on the subject. Tifa, I already mentioned. Duh, that's an easy one. And, I can't think of her name, which is kind of funny, but I've always liked Quistis. I always liked the look of Quistis. It's a shame she's basically not a character. But her visual design has always been kind of cool to me, so wouldn't mind that. By the way, speaking of which, Laguna, while we're on the subject, I'm not pale enough or pretty boy enough to be Laguna. But that would be cool. Dude, if I could pull off a Dia, I would do that in real life. If I could just show up on stream every day as a Dia, I'd be like, hi guys. Sup? Oh yeah, Setzer. Setzer's a good pick too. Oh. I also wouldn't mind going a Cyan while we're on the subject. You see my problem? Even if you limit yourself to 1 per franchise, there's still so many. Who would I pick in Undertale? Oh god. Okay, so we're assuming magic, right? So we're just presuminating magic, so you can just go as whoever. My first and immediate thought is Asgore. For me. How many people would be Sans? No judgment. Come on, we got any Papyrus lovers? I have not. That sounds awesome, push-ups. Look, I'm just saying I could pull off Asgore. That's not... Whoa, whoa. Strange. Yeah, I would go with either Asgore or Undyne if we're doing Undertale. Burger Dude. Talia! Talia voiced the Burger Dude in the theater. Speaking of which, plug, you should go watch the Undertale theater. It's probably pound for pound the best theater we did. I am more proud of the Zelda theater because I wrote the Zelda theater. But you should still go watch the Undertale one. Alright then, time to work. Let me help too. Which Ganondorf? Which Ganondorf? I'm thinking the same thing, Ross. See, the thing is, I actually really like the Twilight Ganondorf. Spoilers. And of course, I love the Wind Waker Ganondorf. But both of that's on the character axis, right? Visually, I think both Ocarina and Tears looks better. So, yeah, I'd probably be tempted by Tears Ganondorf. And not just because I can do a salsa. Points if you get that. So, what is it, Luca? The damage is a lot worse than I thought. I can't fix it with what I have at hand. You're kidding me. We can't get the Falcon back in shape. We'll be stuck here. Yes, suavemente! See you around, Luke. I think if you put a gun to my head and I could only pick one person to cosplay as in Final Fantasy. God. I understand what you mean, Lord Harem. That's probably why it's been doing good viewing figures. It is not my norm, because normally I produce what are effectively movies. And I understand that, and I do that on purpose, but... Oh, I'm so torn. I'll tell you the three I'm torn between, okay? They're all male. I'll give that away. One is Sephiroth. I don't have anything to add to that. Sephiroth is probably the second character I ever saw whose hairstyle I started emulating in real life. For those of you who saw me back when I actually had hair. The first would be Magus from Chrono Trigger. So Sephiroth is a huge inspiration there visually for my actual style I used. And I would love to have that kind of a build and just, yeah, cool. Second choice, Kefka. It would be fun to just dance and prance around as Kefka and just be the ridiculous character. And of course, the most perfect detail of Kefka, which FF14 got right, I'll always give FF14 credit for this, is the fact that Kefka never smiles. He has this giant painted smile, which tricks you into thinking he's smiling. But if you look at his face, he looks bored. And it's perfect. I love it. So, that's pick number 2. Yeah, laugh without smiling. Yeah, I could do that. No, I remember that one random. That was legit. And the third pick would be Kuja. Which, yeah, no, I would love to be that skinny. First and foremost, I would love to have that kind of hair. And I would love to be able to just kind of flow like that, you know? Just the whole, his whole outfit is just so whoosh, whoosh. And Kuja also has a very, very deep, resonating voice, which I think I could just pull off, even ignoring the magic thing. Moving on. Back to the game we're playing. You aren't thinking about salvaging the parts from Calca and Brina's bodies, are you? I don't have any other choice. That's the only way for me to get the Falcon off the ground. I have to rip out Chewbacca's guts to feed the Falcon. Luca, you can't do this. But you grew up with these guys. You've known them since childhood. They nearly killed your kingdom, remember? Can't you use these? This is perfect. Not just for the Falcon. I can use these to fix Calca and Brina, too. I was wondering, Maze, because I don't remember just having the Mithril spring out of nowhere. What's funny is that technically makes it better. But story-wise, that's kind of strange, you know? Okay, so Gustav, Verso, or Renoir? I think you know my answer. That's not even close. That's not even a choice for me. Of course I pick Renoir. An earthquake. Hello, off the deeper end. Just in time for a boss battle. Titan! It's me! Rydia! Hagard isn't mortal. Oh, who would I cosplay from Mass Effect? My immediate thought is a Turian. My immediate thought is a Turian. Any Turian, really. Just any of them, honestly. Having said that, I mean, I could pull off Elcor. I have pulled off Elcor. No, I'm just gonna pick a Turian. I'm not even picky, just a Turian. Yeah, like Saren is probably who I'd pick. Please, Titan, you've got to wake up. I know you're in there somewhere. Where's Band? There it is. See, the problem is I would never do a joke cosplay. That's just not in me. No. What? No, Titan, no! Oh no, Titan, please! Please, Titan. Okay. It's fine, Triexia. That hasn't been a thing since the one time it was a plot point. Dude. Please, Master, compose yourself. Truck-coon. Oh my god. It's true, it was only a thing once ever. I mean, you remember how we killed Golbez's summon and it didn't do anything to him? Because I remember that. Here's one for you, although I'm sure most people in chat aren't as invested in this as I am. One cosplay from Kingdom Hearts. I'm actually torn on that, because my first thought is Xemnas, which, I mean, but I'm also tempted by Master Xehanort. No, you didn't random. That's awesome. Yeah, I noticed they just level up randomly too in these. But yeah, I think I could pull off both Master Xehanort and Xemnas for completely different reasons. This is taking a while. Holy crap. Oh yeah, MLP. Oh, there we go. We're good. Oh hey, it's the Man in Black. If I have to just limit myself to FFN, I'd probably still go with Kuja. I was also tempted by Vivi. And I am admittedly a little bit biased because I have voiced Vivi, and I did a damn good job of it. Oh, you. I am someone who has... Have you ever seen pictures of this guy, by the way? This guy is so muscular. Like, it's cartoonish how muscular this guy is. Seriously, look up a picture of him sometime. It's insane. We need to go. The tower awaits. The tower. Pick a Mortal Kombat character? That's a tough one. Yeah, he's like 8 feet tall and solid muscle. It's crazy. Ooh, that's a good one, Mr. Red. The horrors of the past come to visit us again. Who are you? Really? We met 3 seconds ago. And now I can go grind for Greentails, which I'm not going to do. So that sucked. That probably was the worst chapter so far, pound for pound. Wow. That was terrible. I know, we're only 2 in, but Jesus. That was just... Woof! Oh, man, I need a cigarette after that, you know... reaming I just got. It was like 3 hours to get through that frickin' cave. Because of all the grind necessary to get prepped for it and then actually go through it. And then die. You know, honestly, real talk, I'm gonna pick Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat. I'm admittedly biased because of Mortal Kombat 9? I think it was, whatever the one we streamed. Because he was awesome in that. He was pretty much perfect, character-wise. And he looks cool. Hey, Zar. Yeah, it was the second most recent one. It was before the reboot. Not gonna lie, though, I'm also very tempted by Goro. Probably gets to take some getting used to, but like, 4 arms? Yeah. I can swing that. Alright, hang on. Let me give some negatives really quick here. Stories that could be made interesting by someone confident? So that's an interesting statement. I have said many times in my life that basically any story, like almost, like 99% of stories, could be made to be good. So I think both of the stories we just saw could be made to be good. Someone has invaded the Feymarch and is taking the Eidolons, and Rydia now has to deal with that alongside her friend Luca as they flee to the surface. That's a good premise, right? Similarly, the prince of a kingdom is trying to prove himself when the kingdom he is a member of is attacked in his absence, and now he has to try and figure out a way to deal with that. Good premise, right? Do I think they succeed at that? No. Alright, so Yong. You make Tor Trooper interesting? Absolutely. Military story? Surrounding the... Look, okay. I can tell you exactly how to make the Tor Trooper interesting. It's called Agent. And I know what you're thinking, but no, really. Scrape away all the details for a second. What is Agent at its core? Agent is all about being a normal person in a world of gods and monsters. That's what the Agent storyline really is when you crucible it down to its fundamental core. And tell me that wouldn't work for being a trooper in a grand army that's currently in a Cold War with a superpower, and by the way, gods and monsters on both sides. You could do stories about how there are Jedi who like misuse and abuse you because they don't really think of you as like worthwhile because you're some of the chaff compared to the real hero, which is them. You can also have actually good Jedi too, who are doing everything in their power to keep you alive with their power that they have that you don't. There could be a philosophical thing, there could be elitism, there could be responsibilities. Never mind when the Sith get involved. No, that's easy to make work. You kidding me? Now, Jedi Knight, there's no fixing that. I'm kidding. Alright, fine. I'll go as Agent 33. Oh, no! Jesus, Young! Also true off the deeper end, because this is Tor, and we can have good Sith in Tor. I still haven't decided who I want to cosplay as in Trek. I mean, Fire Monk, I'm just saying. Sounds rad. I have now murdered all threats to my reign. The Enterprise. I mean, cosplaying as a ship certainly sounds like a challenge, but no. Passable enough, but you need to push yourselves harder, all of you. Yang Fong Leiden. We bow to your greatness, Master Yang. Even as king, your prowess has not changed one bit. True strength lies within the heart, not in the body. That is not true. Have the heart to trust in your companions, and strength will follow each one of you. Father. Yes, Ursula? Interesting motif. The rose, thorns. Please, Father, I beg of you, allow me to train with you. My answer is firm, my daughter. Why not? I may be a princess of this kingdom, but even more than that, I am a proud citizen of Fabul. Is it so wrong of me to become strong? Is it so wrong for me to become stronger in mind and body? There we go. Took me a second. You have no need to be stronger. You're a girl with those girl parts. Urgent news, Your Highness. What is it? Please, let us discuss it in the throne room. Ursula, listen to me. You are the crown princess of Fabul, and you should not forget your position. And neither should any of you. So, what's your reason for telling her no? I can see a bunch of reasons here, and you haven't given me any of them. Is this Little Mermaid? Is this Aladdin? Ursula again? Yes, Ursula again. I can't help but wonder where that stubborn streak of hers came from. That'd be you, hun, without a doubt. I might be a little obstinate at times, but I've never held a candle to you. I know. We don't have to go through this again. Pardon me, Master Yang. Ah, my apologies. So then, you had something to tell me. I'm trying to put this, my liege, but dark shadows seem to be looming over. Oh, I sense a disturbance in the frickin'... Can I just give a negative for this? Can I get a negative? for sensing a disturbance in the Force as a plot point. I never really processed how much this irritated me until I was rewatching TNG for the lore. Star Trek The Next Generation. No, I'm dead serious. Because Troy's only role in that show, more than half the time, like 70% of the time, is to be a Jedi. And to have a vague sense about something that guides the crew towards the plot, right? Like, that's her role in the story, is to sense a disturbance in the Force. And it's just like, guys, there's other ways to get the party to the plot. You know what? He might be literal. Hang on. You must be mistaken. Cecil would never lead his nation awry. Some reports state that several crystals are now in Baron's possession. What? That's preposterous. Yes, we have never seen a king of Baron be taken over by an evil power, and then that power uses that king in order to take all the crystals from the world. That would be unprecedented. Young is good enough, my duke. There's no denying the praiseworthy acts you and Cecil performed to save our land. However, actually, real talk, Troy with a lightsaber sounds rad. Can we have that be a thing? Baron's last ruler was a similarly renowned knight, and his heart was still blighted by evil in the end. That's not true! He was literally murdered, and then replaced by a shapeshifter. This is a lie! It's a straight-up lie! I refuse to believe such a thing could happen. Not to Cecil, of all people. But if that were not the case, how would one explain why Baron is suddenly gathering crystals again? Both Queen Rosa and Sid are in Baron, and would stop such a travesty. What you are proposing is simply too outrageous. Master, Baron's attacking. No. Princess has escaped. She wriggled out of the guardsman's grasp. Which is a fascinating sentence, because what that means is the guards were physically carrying her away. Not again. Or trying to prevent her. One of the two. Off to Mount Hobbs, no doubt. Let me handle this. Something must be done about Baron, your highness. My trust in Cecil remains firm. Let us come along with you, master. Yes, it's Monk A and Monk B. I was joking, game. Did you seriously just get... Okay. Oh god, that would be funny, Mad Overlord. No, Keemon, Noctis. Oh my god, their names are literally Monk A and Monk B! Oh my god! Okay, I'm okay. Their names are literally Monk A and Monk B. Okay, we're okay. Everything's cool. Can I rename them Red Shirt? That would be great! Like, I thought it was bad when we got Black Mage and White Mage earlier. Yes, someone please... I cannot believe that. Okay, so that's going to Persona 3R, Persona 4G, and Persona 5R. Thank you, Czar, for being part of the show. Yes, Yang has never learned the names of his bodyguards. Oh. Okay. Monk A and Monk B. Ah, okay, okay. Guess this is Meat Shield A. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Mr. Young, oh, I wish you hadn't come to see me like this. Hey, look, it's all the people who are here recovering from the Battle of Fabul in FF4 17 years ago. My brother went to Mount Hobbs to train, and that was the last I ever heard of him. Surely the monsters couldn't pose that much trouble. He was a tremendously capable fighter. It's an enormous honor to have you visit me like this, Master. I apologize, Master. My training regime was more rigorous than my body was prepared for. Yep, I just stood in lava for hours. Breath of Fire 3 reference. If my training earns me a trip to Mount Hobbs someday, it'll have been more than worth the effort. Princess Ursula is more of a natural-born fighter than any of us. Master! Yes, of course, because she has the right genes, you see. She's not half Lunarian, but, I mean... They say some really nasty monsters show up in that new crater when the moon is gone. If you're exploring the site during a new moon... Evil monsters. I apologize, Master. How could I have let myself... hurt myself on the trading grounds like this? At least they say something different. Lustful lolly-ho? Hold on, what? Nothing. We definitely didn't just look at a porn mag. No, Master, I'm not drinking. This is an herbal cocktail the bartender made specially for us. I saw a shooting star course across the western sky a few days earlier. After I saw it pass, I made a little prayer for peace in Fabul. Peace across the entire land. I'm sure the Creator heard me. What, you mean God? No. Don't do the dance. Don't do the dance. Well, were you watching? Yes. Yes. Very closely. According to Your Highness, Princess Ursula is being raised to be a kind, gentle woman. With fists to boot. Oh, excuse me, yes, with fists to punch. My bad. All clear, Master. Chancellor is waiting for you on the throne room, Master. That is not true. That's literally not true. Oh, it'll be a very clean fracture. You know what I mean? course, neither of them are equipped. Why would they be? Oh yeah, I want to look like this guy while I'm running around. Hell yeah, brother. I've learned my lesson. We're buying a frickin' Phoenix Down. In some FF games, removing the gear from a monk makes them much stronger. More than one. As in more than one game. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's the adventures of Monk A or B. I'm actually not sure. I can't tell these guys apart. It is kind of jobbist, I'm not gonna lie. Or Monkist? Look, they're both dead, okay? We all know this. Can we give it like one level? Just one? One level. Please? Monk C is just Theodore. Level? Ugh. How far are we? Actually, quite a ways. Well, screw that. Let's just go. Okay. I mean, pretty much, Noctis. That's... If I wanted to counter it, it doesn't happen. If I don't want to counter it, it does happen. If I want levels, sucks to be me. Yeah, they completely ruined the... I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I think it's like a harp, but it sounds like a banjo in this version. Hey, levels. Yeah, it's... I have no defense of the music. I really don't. Obviously, I suppose. Cool. I'm still thinking about that Star Trek cosplay question, because most characters I'd be interested in cosplaying are just, you know, people with an outfit. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, well, who do I pick at that point? Like, at that point, maybe just, you know, myself, but with the Wrath of Khan uniform, because that sounds awesome. I love that uniform. Having said that, I was thinking about which species I wouldn't mind looking like in Trek. And honestly, the first one that came to my mind is Cardassian. Like, if you put a gun to my head, the way that Nichelle Nichols looked, or not Nichelle Nichols, excuse me, Nana Visitor, excuse me, looked when she was dressed up as a Cardassian. I don't see a sign of Ursula, anyway. Has something happened to her? No! Yeah, your daughter's dead. She's a total death machine badass who's stronger than the two yahoos who are with you. But no, she's totally dead, dude. I know, he's worried. I get that. Have some faith in your daughter, who you probably helped train, personally. Ooh. That was an unlucky crit. That would be funny if we lost our main tank and it's like, alright, well, it's your turn, Monk A and Monk B. That was a little close, though, not gonna lie. Oh, it could be a Blitzball. Since apparently this is the same dialogue for the most part. Oh, I never answered your question, did I, Blitzball? Ninth isn't bad, Backtaft, unless it's like out of 10, but even still. Oh, absolutely, Mr. Red. You asked me what I thought of the very specific changes to the script between the PSP and the DS version, and I processed the question. Who links me something in the anime channel? Who dares? Oh, it's Ross. Oh, that dude! Okay, I know who that is. See, what's funny is the PSP version. So you probably don't even know this, Blake Terrell, but I actually pride myself on my editing skills. And one of the things I tend to do is get really, 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 really zoomed in on specific sentence choice and sentence structure, right? Because a huge amount of writing, prose in particular, tends to be very implied, because English is a very implied language, right? The reason I bring all that up is I actually think the PSP version is universally superior. Yeah, let me use a specific example here, right? So, the hang on. So the version in this version, the version of this game is, that's what I'd like to say to you, Cecil. Wouldn't having a white mage by your side help you devote your full attention to fighting? In the PSP version, it said, that's why I can't let you go alone, Cecil. A white mage by your side would allow you to concentrate in case of a fight, wouldn't it? And notice the tone there is different. First of all, the way she structures it is, both of them emphasize her being by his side, but in the former, it's all about him just being completely focused on destroying whatever's in front of him, whereas the second is more hopeful that it might not come to that. The former is her being hesitant to even, the first is more confrontational, while also somehow being more demure, whereas the second is far more confident, and yet less confrontational. It's fascinating, and again, indicative. I wonder why they bothered to make such a minute change. That's so strange, you know? I agree. No, I agree completely. One of them talks about them coming from the air, and the other one talks about coming from the sky. So, yeah. Yeah, no. Wild. See, thanks to Clyde Mandolin, who is awesome, as always. My sister is also awesome. That's unrelated, but she is awesome. Thanks to Clyde Mandolin, we know that almost every single version of FF4 actually has a different translation, even when that makes no sense, right? Like, there's no reason when you're porting a SNES game to the PS1 or a PS1 game to the GBA.
Why do they have Dragon Balls for heads?
These are good questions. Or, I actually don't know. Or a GBA game to a PSP, right? There's no need to change the translation there. The underlying code is pretty much the same in terms of text rendering, and so there's no need to change anything. It's not a mandate. Unlike the DS version, which had to change because it's a completely different engine, right? And thus, the DS version is the one with the really good translator, because they had to change it anyway, so they went hog on it, and the DS translation is the best translation. But, like, why bother doing a change between the PSP version of this and this version of this? Why did you do this, sis?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. See, that explains. If she had done it, this would have been done properly. Oh no, it's her daughter. His daughter, excuse me. She's so helpless. She's just bodying everything effortlessly. Speaking of, let's body everything effortlessly. Yeah, exactly, Valerian. It's so strange, because, yeah, the PSP version of After Years... Oh, that's not for me, that's for her. What did you get, by the way?
Peach Melba.
I'm sorry?
Peach Melba.
Peach Melba? I don't know what that is, but that's what she got. Ah, home!
It's that.
It's a sorbet, and it's really good.
No, it's an oat milk peach ice cream.
Oh, it's oat
with
milk, excuse me.
whatever the fuck Melba is.
Excuse me, what I meant, and this is my fault, what I meant was it's not ice cream. You can tell, right? So anyways, yeah, she's just bodying everything, because she's awesome. And by the way, this is literally Mom Bomb.
Eh?
This is copy-paste Mom Bomb from FF4. There's no change to the script, or the stats, or anything. Naturally, we're gonna have her in the back row healing because she's a girl. That is not a joke. That's where we're at with this.
Isn't that how that works? Do healy things?
She is so much more of a badass than all three of these yahoos. Whatever. It's just... She does have a heal. Let's do this for a minute. She is the only one with a healing skill. Could have gone any direction with that. I mean, I guess my point is that's sort of the developer's decision, right? Like, Tifa was a total badass. She doesn't need protecting. You can turn her into a healer, but she is canonically superhuman. Oh, that could be a Blade Taval. Yeah, that's actually entirely possible, because there is almost always a post... that's a hit. Like a post run-through, right? Where it's like, okay, let's catch all the errors and flaws and mistakes. And they could have just gone through, found text errors, and been like, okay, let's rewrite whatever there. Sorry for being dismissive, it's just, I'm not with Yang on this one. If my adorable niece was a total badass and went out fighting monsters, I'd be cheering her on, not being like, you should come home, young girl. I don't know what she'd do. That's her. There we go, see? So there you go. Doesn't hurt, not me. Hey, Junk Garrosh, thank you very much for the sub. No! My form! My floor
My
is...
waffle cone.
Your waffle
Fuck your
cone is
floor.
temporary. My floor is eternal.
It wanted to stick its eye out.
It did. It did. Well, yeah, duh, Mr. Ed. There is the duh effect. Alright, hang on. So...
But I'd be like that with my sons, too.
R2. Yeah, exactly. Voyager. Done. Thank you again, Chuck Garage. 1 second. Little pro tip for, like, the 3 of you in the universe, pardon me, who don't know this. It's best to clean something immediately. In almost every case. Before it has a chance to settle. Has a chance to, you know, dry or congeal or rot or track bugs or whatever else. And also...
There are some exceptions to that, like some things you want to wait to let it dry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I'll actually use a specific example. If you spill rice on the ground, let it dry. It's going to be a lot easier to scoop up when it's dried out and not all sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Where did my controller go?
Right there.
That is not my controller. It can't be far. It's wired.
I don't.
What in the world? Yeah, that's...
Is that the wire?
That is it. That is it. It's right. I found it. I found it. Father.
How did a monk have a kid?
He's a king. That supersedes it. Gotta have an heir. You foolish girl. Father? Not only did you disobey my express instructions, you blundered deep into the wilderness by yourself. What were you thinking?
It was fine.
This is Little Mermaid. This is Little Mermaid. How old is she? Less than 17, by definition.
I was fine. I was kicking their ass.
She was. You had to have some reason.
Faster than you were.
The shooting star. What?
Is that literally what you said?
Yeah. I saw a shooting star near Mount Hob several days ago. And you kept this from me? Why? How old is Yang?
Because you're a dumb butt.
60-something now? Someone look it up. How old is Yang at this point in time? He's up there. Not as old as Sid. By the way, I think Sid technically outlived Tella. If I told you, would you have taken me with you to investigate?
Hey, Lore.
Where?
Daughter's name is Ursula.
Yeah. 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 For those of you who didn't catch my Little Mermaid reference earlier, let's make it a little more obvious. It's okay. They didn't name her Ariel. Because nowadays people... That is good. Nowadays, thank you.
Because the first bite was like only the red stuff.
Because nowadays people would just confuse that with a font, I'm sure. Now, back to the castle. Go on.
I shall hunt the thing and not let you have any of it. Wahaha.
Please let me go along. I promise I won't do anything rash. No. So you're asking your daughter to venture back through the wilderness all by herself?
Oh,
He really did. Young, dude, my boogie.
give me phone.
We will gladly protect the princess for you, Master Yang. Will you? Monk A and Monk B. All right, you win. Whatever you do, just keep yourself out of danger. I actually wonder how old his wife was, because we don't know much about... I mean, we know, she's as
Probably not
strong
much
as
older
he
than the
is.
daughter is right now.
Well, no, because she and he were together, like, in the previous game, which was 17 years ago. So,
Well, there you go. That's when she got pregnant.
but yeah. Yeah, that's depressing. Push-ups is the word I would use for that. I try not to think about that. All right, so We now have a party. I'll leave her in the back row for now. Oh, you know, Ursula's definitely a victory baby, 100%. Or a war baby, or whatever they call that.
I like Victory Baby.
Well, you know, like, we won World War II, and then the population surged, right?
Yeah.
Like, same thing, same thing.
Yeah, nice. There's, did you know that I can't catch the Eevee that I already caught?
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
won't even let you do it.
That's wild. I mean, it's fair, it could be worse. Push-ups. It could be so much worse. It is always depressing to me how many people make how many views and how much money off of doing so little.
Like what?
Well, apparently, someone named Emeru is currently live streaming people in squirrel outfits doing boxcar racing. They have 22,000 viewers. Earlier, I saw someone who just had YouTube up on autoplay and wasn't even at their computer. They were just streaming their browser window. Technically illegal, by the way. Enforcement, but technically illegal. I mean, there's a gradient of reaction channels, you know. Like some people, and I will admit I count as this technically, will react and add something to the conversation. Give thoughts or analysis or whatever. Some people will just sit there and restream something and be like, wow, could you believe that? Some people will not be physically at the computer while just showing off someone else's content. It's kind of a, you know. Yeah, that's what, like I said, push it. It's a gradient. I get it. I get it. Why don't you chakra? Oh gosh. Yeah, I guess. And yeah, and then there's reactionings. Oh, whatever. Well, that is at least something push-ups. I actually, admittedly, assumed she wasn't. To be quite honest with you. Please stop self-destructing on my daughter. Thank you. Or I guess technically I'm playing the daughter. Please stop self-destructing on me. I mean, I'm just reacting to this video game I'm playing. Okay, obviously I'm being facetious, but I've heard that argument. I could name someone who I will not, because they do not deserve any free press, not even from me, who adds absolutely nothing to their reaction content. They are physically there, but they're the middle thing I told you about earlier, which was the, could you believe that? Let's watch another one. That type. That's because it is off the deeper end. Yeah, exactly, Mad Overlord. I actually know a decent amount about Albion Online. We streamed it once upon a time, a very long time ago. Back when we were just poking around at random MMOs. Yes, that's right, I did it first! Sorry. 2012! Oh, nope, that's a lie. 2011. Excuse me. I mean, I'm basically The Simpsons at this point. Albion Online is one of those... Okay, let's hang on. Pause. Good is also a gradient. Let's start with that. I don't want to avoid the question, but if you are any MMO that is not the big 3 or the big 5, if you want to stress that, good is doing some legwork. You know what I mean? The asterisks start to propagate a bit more. I thought Coburn. Also true, off the deeper end. It gets easier and easier to do, let's call it what it is, slop. AI slop, reaction slop. Yeah, low effort, that's what slop really means. And YouTube and its algorithm has not only gotten worse, but actively encourages people to, slop it up. Let me put that on her, I think. Can I say anything positive about Albion Online? Give me a sec to think about that. Yeah, exactly, off the deep end. Ooh. Impact crater, upper wall. Actually, yeah, ditto, old time. What's the hook of Albion? Oh, that's a good way to phrase that. Hang on, I need to give you a gold star for that, because that is a great way to phrase that. What is the hook of Albion? I mean, yeah, PvP is the answer, but, like, surely there's more than just PvP, right? No, that's what I thought. You gotta earn it, push-ups. What do you think this is? YouTube? If you put a gun to my head, I would say that Albion is a proper successor to Dark Age of Camelot, and kind of a better version of Lineage 2. I forget what they call it, but there's this big thing in Albion Online where it's all about, like, gargantuan battles, dozens and dozens of players just swarming over each other, over like a castle or a town or a road or whatever, right? Objective-based stuff. So, what is the meaning of this? It's as if the land itself is rotted. If only that were all we had to worry about. I feel an intense... I sense a disturbance in the force. I'm telling you, it just keeps happening. This is not just any normal shooting star. No. Great Rattata?
Yes, Jigglypuff.
Brace yourself for anything. Mount Hobbs could be a mere playground compared to this place. Guild Wars 2 especially started doing the large-scale battle things, and then kind of drifted off into a little bit of a subset of that.
Rowlet.
I do actually think the WVW, the World v. World thing, is in a good place. I don't like PvP. Anybody who knows me knows that. But I do actually think that WVW is pretty cool, and the way they do it in Guild Wars 2. Like, there's resource nodes which send NPC convoys to give resources to other nodes, so you can have literal supply chains, and those supplies are used to create, like, siege weapons, or to defend or repair buildings, and holding those buildings determines, like, general support and gain, and it's all cool, right? It's some cool stuff. That actually sounds cool, Mr. Red. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Oh, I can still go back up. That's funny. It's just a hop. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, EVE Online is its own thing. And I'm actually okay with that. EVE Online should continue to be its own thing. Over there, in the corner. Not near me. Look, I like the idea of EVE Online, but the community of EVE Online kicked me out of it as hard and as fast as they possibly could. I actually tried to play EVE Online, like, sincerely, like a real attempt of it, at least 5 times. Because there's a lot about that game that really appeals to me, and I'm not just talking about the spreadsheets. Although, let me tell you, those spreadsheets. Oh! But no, like the idea of it's obvious where it's basically a freelancer game, right? You run around doing whatever to progress. I'm actually not sure how noob-friendly EVE Online is now. The last time I tried it, which at this point was over a freaking decade ago, it was extremely un-noob-friendly. That's interesting. The furthest I ever got was a destroyer in EVE Online. I was pretty proud of that ship. It took me a long time to earn it. Because, you know, I did it the old-fashioned way. I did it just by mining and selling and perusing the market and working my way up to it. That's a good point, Russ. So, I'm going to admit something very shameful. Something that's going to lose me all my internet cred. I like fighting games for the campaigns. I know. I used to play the hell out of Street Fighter 2. And I would just play through. And just enjoy the game. Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat 2... These weren't much of campaigns. It's hard to even call that a campaign, honestly. It's more like you just fought everyone else, and then you fought your mirror battle, and then you fought like your boss battles, and then you're done. But that's what I liked out of that. Later fighting games started actually adding campaign modes, and like maps and stories, and all kinds of cool stuff. Hell, that's what I liked about the recent Mortal Kombat 11, whichever number it actually was. Dude, Bison was a beast. That's... Forgive me for being redundant. I used to like to play as Vega, but I was never very good at him. And if I ever wanted to win, I would play as Bison, because nobody could beat me as Bison. Because he's cheap, see? But can anyone guess my actual favorite person to play as in Street Fighter 2? Turbo, if it matters. Yes. Sagat's a good guess. It is not correct, but it is a good guess. What's funny is I'm pretty sure Sis said Mankey, which sounds a lot like Zangief, who was actually a character in that game.
Now Pride.
Oh, okay.
Pride has evolution.
Oh, I'm with you on that matter. Just call it Mortal Kombat 12. It's right there. I mean, I'm pissed off that they're calling Star Fox 64 3 Star Fox. Scorpion's an interesting guess. I was actually pretty good at Scorpion back in Mortal Kombat 2. So, valid. So, you may or may not be amused to hear, Ross, that you're actually correct. It's Balrog. One of the things I liked about Balrog is he looks like he's a Zangief. So let's talk about this a bit. I don't know all the terminology because I'm stupid, but...
You're not stupid.
Sorry, I'm a moron.
You're not a moron.
I'm an idiot.
I don't know it because I don't know it.
But the point being, Zangief is big, slow brawler, right? He is very short range, but if you get in range, you're freaking dead. Zangief can destroy you. Balrog looks like he's that. He is not. Balrog has incredible reach and speed. Balrog can cross the entire arena in less than a second, and he can do that while attacking. That's me. That's my fighting style right there. Reach is one of my favorite things to have in a fighting game. We actually talked about that during Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Vega is much more speed. He is just straight up fast. Balrog goes whoosh and just lunges across the arena. Where am I going? I want to go this way. Damn it, Asmir Star. No! Listen, I can't be smart. I killed an eel earlier, okay? It's a rule. Yeah, Bison is cheating. There's a reason I said if I wanted to win, I play as Bison. He's cheating! He's a boss character you could play as. It would be like playing as frickin' Geezer. Or not Geezer. Geese? Geese. Howard Geese. Nobody's gonna... I just dated the hell out of myself. Nobody's gonna get that reference. Thank you, Asmir Star, very much. Funniest joke character in a fighting game.
Kefka.
Yeah, exactly, Ross.
Kefka.
Kefka is actually not a joke character in that particular game. No, it's funny because he is in a fighting game. That's actually real. He's in Dissidia. Kefka is weird. So Kefka's style is that you can't really target his attacks. So you'll attack with something and it will go essentially randomly. So it's not really great on the offense, but it's also very hard to defend against. Yeah, it's almost entirely indirect attacks. This is actually in direct contrast to someone like Terra, who is very direct in her style.
I will hit this and only this.
Yeah, no, exactly. Laser focus. Bzz. In fact, her attacks are so laser focused, they're easy to dodge. But they're also easy to aim. Adamantite. I should have 2 of those now. Oh, I'll take Cammy over Chun-Li any day. I'm sorry. Even discounting her dark and troubled, tragic backstory. Which I'm not going to spoil here because it's so stupid. Here lies a brave group of monks from the glorious land of Fabul. This must be the high monks who left to train on Mount Hobbs. Who made the grave? Look, I like thighs for days. I'm not even kidding. Chun-Li has great thighs, even when she's more realistic. I'll take Cammy, thanks. Okay. You. They've come for us. And they will come for the crystals next. Wait, of what do you speak? Actually, it's funny you say that, Her Royal Floofness, because I agree Elena is the most physically attractive woman in Street Fighter. And what's really funny is she's just based on her motion capture actress, which I didn't actually know until we were running Resident Evil 5, because her actress and the person who does her motion capture is the woman who voiced Shiva in Resident Evil 5. And she can just do that. She is just that limber. Well, yeah, off the deep end, obviously. Again, it's... Am I seriously just walking back to Febul? I really am. I'm just walking all the way back to Febul. Wow. So, okay. I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me unliked by the Street Fighter community. I was bored of Ryu back in Street Fighter 2. Like, I honestly would have had him retire after 2 and stop coming back. First of all, he's just Goku. He's actually worse than Goku because he doesn't have, I forget her name, the wife. Yeah, he has no personality. His sole exclusive desire is to constantly fight in order to get to be a better fighter. That's it. He is canonically the strongest jackass in the setting. Repeated multiple times. Yeah, Ken has something going for him. Ken has a wife. Ken has a personality. Ken has motivations. Ken has a backstory. Ken's also an underdog, if you think about it. Ken's whole shtick was that, at least originally, I'm not sure where this has gone nowadays, was that he didn't like the fact that so many people called him cheap or a fake, and so he pushed himself to prove that he really was that good of a fighter, not just, you know, some punk from America. And that's kind of relatable, you know? Plus, you know, underdog, like I said. Yeah, Akuma literally has more character than Ryu. Again, not a joke. Yeah, Sakura is better than Ryu. No. Does she sense a disturbance in the Force? Look at that. It's a bird. No, an airship. Yeah, Akuma is literally just Ryu, but he's willing to murder. I understand that there's a whole thing behind that. And, hey, look! The last of the Red Wing! Singular. I actually have no idea, Zactef. I don't know much about Tekken. In fact, I could only even tell you one of its people, one of its fighters off the top of my head, because it's who I played as, which was Armored King, if you're wondering. Otherwise, I got nothing. I actually did like Guile. Guile is coverage. He has a great ability to cover all approaches to him at any given point in time. And I know he's like the stereotype US military guy, but like in a positive way, if that makes sense. It's like Punch-Out, right? It's a stereotype, but it's not intended as an insult. This is an interesting time for this song. I'll give you this. This arc so far is way better than Rydia's. Stuff has actually happened. Could you believe it? Was she in Cryo's theme? No, whatever. Oh, speaking of which, who would I cosplay as from Street Fighter? I'm gonna go with Elena. I would love to be that limber and to look like that. Don't even at me. I'm sorry. Like, there's a lot of good picks there, but holy crap. I would also accept Sagat. If I was in much better shape, I could probably pull off Sagat if I was also about a foot taller. Seriously, have you seen Sagat in the recent Street Fighter? He looks badass. He's got that wandering monk vibe. Speaking of which, Sagat is a better Ryu than Ryu, while we're on the subject. All clear. Chancellor's waiting for you. Okay, assuming... Did we beat the airships here? On foot? Dude, Vega would be badass. Your Highness, you've returned. The Red Wings are flying this way as we did! We beat the airships! On foot! The rumors about Baron were true all along. What should we do, Yang? They're surely after our crystal. Okay, fair. I've played D&D. Monks are pretty fast. The Wind Crystal symbolizes everything Fabul stands for. Handing it over to them is the same as abandoning the kingdom's honor. But Ursula, if we were to fall into a prolonged battle, I fear there would be untold bloodshed. But still, we must shed their blood. Something has happened to Cecil, of that I am certain. Until we know the truth behind it, the crystal must not be surrendered. Father, your Highness. Do you wish us to fight back, then? No. I shall greet them at the gates and gauge matters accordingly. And then we'll have a fight. I'm going with you. You will not. Why not?
Because I hate you.
I mean, at this point... If disaster befalls me, the kingdom will be yours to protect. Your mother needs you, and so do our people. Remember, you're the heir to the Empire. I need to reread that. I haven't read that in a long time. Gather the monks. We must ready our defenses at once. Yeah, E. Honda is like Kingpin over in Spider-Man, if you're familiar with him. He is large, but that's... that's mostly muscle, right? Like, that dude could pick me up and snap me in half. Wait, seriously, Dr. Winter? Hold your attack. We will observe their next move. Kill them! Kill them for our dark fallen homeland! Oh wait, Mr. Red's not here. You can't do that. How is King Cecil? Okay! Well, I think we have our answer. Oh man, kick is lowered right now? Oh god. I have a party of monks and I'm in a moon cycle where kick is lowered. Oh, absolutely. Hang on. New Zealand Incorp. Why is she an assassin? Incoming cannon fire. It's coming from the Red Wings. Alright, stop me if you heard this one before. Yang and his party go to the front gates to stop an invasion from a Baronian fleet and successfully hold off the first wave of invaders before the Red Wings actually shoot, forcing them to retreat. Look, I know that some people... Let me be clear about this. I know that some people will, like, jokingly compare two things, either because they disingenuously want to bash it, or because they're making a joke. This is copy-paste. I'm pretty sure some of these camera angles are literally exactly the same. No, not at all, Zekta. That makes perfect sense. So it begins anew. Yeah, by the way, I noticed they haven't done that this often, but in the original, in the PSP version, they constantly talk about, oh my god, I can't believe we're here again, or I can't believe this is happening again. Like, they keep calling attention to the fact that it's a copy-paste of the original! Yes. I honestly, Blade Javal, would not be surprised. I don't remember. And here's the second wave. Yep. So we fall back. Aw, that's okay, Alto. I understand. I'm so worthless. And dumb and stupid. Fear not, Shayla has been safely evacuated. Yep, the queen has been evacuated. Another attack. Yep, Yeah, this is... Yeah, Mr. Red, yeah. I appreciate that Valerian likes this game. No offense, Valerian. Anybody can like anything for any reason. Like, that's how that works, right? And I will never diminish Valerian for his opinion on that. But... this is not a good game. Oh my god, I just realized we have Monk C. So
Monk 1, 2, and C.
A, B, and C. We have
1, 2, and C.
That would be funnier, actually. I mean, yeah, you gotta pay the bills somehow. Might as well kill people for money. You, why are you still here? To fight alongside you, father. And we know why his wife is still here. She's a badass. Okay, so I think we're not going to have the traitor, which would be the only change. Now, I don't want to say it, but I'm pretty sure what happened in the original is we fought, and then we ran, and then Edward was like, ah! And we had to save Edward, remember? Because Edward fell over because he's Edward. And then we go into the room, and then Kane shows up. That's like, oh my god, it's Kane. And Kane beats our ass. How many of those story beats do you think we're about to see?
All of them.
To the Crystal Chamber. What about you? I will stay here. Oh no, Yong is the traitor! No! They must be stopped. Father. Oh. Ursula. Shayla. Okay, so we retreat. Okay. I notice it's the exact same number of battles we're going through, by the way. Some of the pieces have moved an inch, but it is the same pieces. In fact, these are the exact same encounters as in the original. That's nothing new. They've been doing that the whole game. Yeah, I was gonna say, Shayla...
Oh my god.
Shayla... Well, no, Shayla's a mom now, so she can't fight. Sorry, sis.
Lord.
Yeah, what's up? What?
I now have 3 Flareons, none of which I can get rid of.
Why can't you get rid of them?
Well, all 3-star, and one of them is 9 maximum.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, I've been scarce lately.
And one has flowers.
You.
Me!
Dude, Yong, Shayla, and Ursula would be badass. Ooh, vegan meatballs. They're okay as long as you add lots of flavor. I hope they're at least good. Honey! It's Kane! Oh my god, it is Kane! It's Kane! Kane! Our old friend. What? Are you here to lend us a hand, then? Indeed, I am here to help. Help myself to the wind crystal, that is. I'm secretly evil. Mother, get back. Oh, come on, let me fight with Shayla. Please? Please? Okay, whatever. Hey, look, I'm still at the lunar phase where I don't have... Yeah, anyways. Ow! That was half my health! Little snot. Actually, no, I'm with you, Dr. Winter. This, narratively, feels like DBZ Kakarot. It's just a cheap copy of the original. You could have done so much with this. How? Oh, it's Yong! Father, Stay focused, Ursula. Okay. No kidding, Hieroglyphus. Ursula is officially better than Cecil. So I was just thinking to myself, how many of you have watched Darths and Droids? It is a comic. It's a webcomic. Most of you have probably never even heard of it. It was inspired by a Lord of the Rings comic of the same type. Oh yeah, excuse me. You're all beneath me! So the premise is fascinating, and something I've actually wanted to do for a long portion of my life, and I've just never been able to really, like, justify the time consumption. The idea is it takes so it's a webcomic, right? But it takes screenshots from the film. And the goal is to then write a new story in the bones of the existing film. Make sense? So, with Darths and Droids, they started with Episode 1. And completely changed around all the characters. Qui-Gon was this, basically, drunkard, for lack of a better way to put it. Lackadaisical idiot. Obi-Wan was like this super serious good guy who's like a total devotee of the Order. Palpatine was a good guy. Stuff like that. It's a fascinating concept, and it's something I've actually wanted to do several times in my life. In fact, at one point in my life, I actually got a hold of a Final Fantasy VI editor, which allows you to change all of the stats and the stats, images, and text of Final Fantasy VI. And I was actually in the middle of sitting down and designing a new story built out of the bones of FF6. Same concept, right? Why am I bringing all this up? Well, making a new story in the bones of FF4 sounds like a cool creative challenge. Kind of thing I would probably get into, and actually, you know, it would be an interesting, fun thing to chew on. That's not what this is. This is just FF4 again. This is a cheap greatest hits. Do I seriously have to... Okay. Now I'm curious what kind of story I would do with this. I have admittedly never thought about that. I do love the idea of Holy Dragoon. That's just such a cool concept. If this is a supposed to lose fight, then, well, I'm not doing very good. No, Diligent Dodo, no, don't do it. Don't give me money. That I'm going to spend on Wendy's tonight for my sister. Which she has assuredly thought about what she wants to eat.
Oh, food.
You probably didn't hear that, but she just said, oh, food. She is hilarious, I do agree. Yes, order a barrel of apples. Please don't do that. Assuming you even can. Why would you order a barrel of apples? Like, the grocery store isn't going to do that. They don't have barrels, or if they do, they're not for you. Really, Valerian? I believe you. Okay, I believe it. What would you do with a barrel of apples? Start to eat it, fail at eating all of it, and watch the rest of it rot away. My knee-jerk thought, if I was doing like a restructuring and abridged, whatever you want to call that, of FF4,
You order your food.
is this would be the crux of the entire game. I would make Cecil 2 characters. I would make Dark Knight Cecil die on Mount Ordeals, and then Paladin Cecil would replace him. I don't know who they are yet. I haven't gotten that far, but like that's the fulcrum point of the entire story, right there. I'm not sure who Paladin Cecil is or why he kills Dark Knight Cecil.
When he does, Dark Knight Cecil will die.
No, 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 for real. I'd totally go with that. Oh, buy one get one free. I'll go with that.
Buy one get one free. What?
The spicy chicken.
Blech.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have terrible taste. No, exactly. That's my point, Blade Devil. That's literally what I'm talking about. Completely new story. You haven't seen Darths and Droids. It is a completely different story. Guess who the main villain is of Darths and Droids? Anybody who knows, don't answer. Guess who it is. I'm going to spoil it. It's not Jar Jar. Jar Jar is kind of like a wise old monk kind of a character.
Yoda.
Yoda? Okay, that's her guess. R2-D2?
Oh.
Weirdly close.
C-3PO.
C-3PO? No, C-3PO's different. She, in Darths and Droids, is pro-droid rights, is how I want to call that. Like super revolutionary. Leading an entire rebellion against droid owners and treats them like they're slavers. Because they are. Anakin's an interesting pick. I don't want to spoil the comic in case anybody wants to read it. It actually has a hell of a story.
What's I? Mute
What?
yourself.
What?
Mute yourself.
Well,
Mute.
oh, okay, hang on. I don't think Ventress was in there. I am a little biased against slavers.
Did you unmute yourself?
Yes, I did. I am biased against slavers.
Does Yamask
Yamask, I think, or Yamask, something like that. Yeah.
have one evolution or two?
I think it's one.
Somebody look it up for me.
Hang on, let me finish ordering, and then I should look it up. Yamask. I think it's one. Oh, hang on. Let's pull this up here. Yeah. Just the one. Just the one. That was right. Yeah, I don't know how to spell or pronounce that. Caphagrigus? I know it's coffin. Caphagrigus, something like that. Anyways. So, I'll go ahead and tell you guys. If you don't want to have this spoiled, mute me, because this is kind of a spoiler, okay? So if you want to ever go read this comic, mute me now. I'll give you a few seconds.
You should mute yourself before you say it, just to be shitty.
No.
Like funny shitty.
Okay, fine. So you see... No, I'm not going to do that. I've done that before. No. The way it works is very simple. It's Newt Gunray. Now, how many of you know who that is? Without me explaining, or without looking it up. Oh, hey, we just beat Kane. No, never mind, we didn't. He's just there. He's just hurt. Newt Gunray. He ends up teaming up with the other main villain of the work, who, this is also a spoiler, is Chancellor Valorum. Chancellor Valorum is a absolutely crazy, insane individual who replaces large portions of his body with organs from other people, and he has to get a droid body to get himself going. Yes, I'm talking about Grievous. Chancellor Valorum is Grievous in the comic. Anyways, Newt Gunray is working with him, and the overall idea is that he is hyper-capitalistic to the point where he actually founds a religion based on capitalism. And he digitizes himself, which actually does kill him, it's worth noting. And he knows this, and he doesn't care because he is that much of a believer of the cause of capitalism. Rather relatable villain. It's a weirdly good plot twist. That's why I feel bad spoiling. That's why I gave the big warning there, because it builds up to it for a while. The idea is that by the time you get to the original trilogy, Newt Gunray's, you know, the different IA, really? The different AI forks of him are...
IAs.
Yeah, the IAs. Intelligent Artificials.
Yes! That's beautiful!
It works! Are everywhere. There's like hundreds of them throughout the galaxy. And they're responsible for most of the crap that's been happening in the original trilogy. Impressive, you are undoubtedly your father's daughter, girl. Yeah? But no matter. I'm a dragoon, I can just jump over you. You are all beneath me! Yeah, me too, Legible. Who I will also not spoil here. Hi, Eleazar. Kain, how could you? Lest you be confused, allow me to assure you that this is not a repeat of the past. I am acting of my own volition, my own free will. That's not true. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I think that, I mentioned that because I think that's just there for the player. Right? It's like, don't worry, this isn't FF4 again. We swear!
Are you sure?
We reshuffled some of the pieces. It's approaching true, but it's not quite a lie. We'll get there. In the end, we couldn't stop the wind crystal from being taken to Baron. It's one of your relics. You can only, so you know how you could, actually maybe you don't know this, Mr. Red. So if you go into the menu and go down to relics, you can actually turn on or off your relics. There's basically no reason to ever turn off most relics, because relics give you things like the ability to get items that drop, and the ability to heal, and so forth and so on. You know, most of it's gameplay functionality. But you can turn on whichever individual relic of your familiar you want, right? For the record, the sword familiar, so you actually need the demon familiar once for exactly one screen. He's basically a key. The fairy familiar and the sword familiar are the two ones that are the most useful. They're not super useful, but they are literally better than nothing. So Yang says, forgive me. It was because of my weakness. The flames of past wars flicker anew. Yes, yes. This isn't over, says Lich Queen Ursula. We haven't lost this battle yet. Not by a long shot. Ursula, we can take back the crystal. We can take back the Ross. What's wrong with you? They took Rosa, but they didn't hurt her. We just need to rescue her. And the crystal, we can take it back to... Remember the scene? Remember? Huh? Do you remember the scene from FF4? Okay, cool. Yes, you're right. FF4 was a game I remember liking very much. I have a great nostalgia. Where are you going, hon? To Baron. I'm going to see my mother. Sephiroth music. Oh! You know, hang on. No. Oh, I can't turn off the music. Oh, well, whatever. You are staying here, Ursula. You are far too badass to come with me. I, a 50-year-old man, who is also a king, should go instead. And also a monk, should go instead. You don't understand. Some things a father just has to do. Here we go. You're staying here. This isn't just Fabul's problem. The entire world is under attack. Be careful, Ursula. Shayla? I'm prepared for whatever happens. My Duke, please forgive the selfish deeds of your monarch. Quite all right, I'm not too old to serve my kingdom yet. The two of us will keep everything... Why is he called Duke Consort? Isn't that the former king? And also, how is he still alive?
Magic.
Oh, okay. I mean, Rydia doesn't look a day older despite being 30! Yeah, what kind of title is Duke Consort?
Well, he was a duke, and then he became a consort.
Who is he banging?
Everyone.
Ah!
The king.
The king, the queen, the chancellor. All those among A, B, not C. He has standards. I actually did too, not Overlord. Okay, so hang on. First of all, thank you, Diligent Dodo.
No!
What?
No thanks for you.
Ignore my sister. That's a good question, Good Faith. That works both ways, doesn't it? Just like the Duke. Diligent Dodo. Remember, you can put that towards 3 things, Diligent.
So please get 2 more things, otherwise you lose $2.
Well, I mean, I'll just claim them for dealer's choice. I know what you're thinking.
$2.
That's horrible! It's kind of a paperworky thing. I always remind people, and then if they don't put it towards other things, then yeah, it goes into dealer's choice.
There's a Blissey outside.
Ooh, get it!
I'm in the process of it.
Trails of
Also
Frostbell.
get the Blissey.
I can't! I'm busy!
Roll in front of me so I can Blissey over here.
You need a 3rd thing, Diligent.
He gave you a second
He
thing.
gave me a 2nd thing. Now, where's Ross's donate? Because I just saw... There it is. I can't believe this is still playing. It's a long song. Dispatch, 13 Sentinels, Fire Emblem, too
Yep,
long.
your Blissey ran away.
No! Is there a character who is non-human you find attractive? But, like... Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. Probably? Sure. Let's see. Lamia's in general. Dragon Quest V. There you go. Good pick. Pick any main character from FF. Put any main character from FF in FF7. Yeah, Liara would count. How would they deal with Jenova and Sephiroth? Oh, that's a really good question. That's too big of a question. It's too big.
Have them fuck and call it happy.
Oh my god! I mean, a lot of people would want to have sex with Sephiroth. I'm not gonna lie. Jenova... I'm not into eyeball boobs. Like, I like boobs a lot, but not that much. That's a bit much. You know what's really sad is this isn't nearly as bad as Rydia's arc, but it's way more boring. There's just nothing going on. Okay, so... Listen, honey, if anything happens to Ursula, I'll make sure you pay for it. Okay. And it won't just be the frying pan this time. Yes, my dear. Mother? Leave the kingdom's affairs to us. What about furries? Sorry, did I miss a question there? I don't see a furry question. What's the furry question? Make yourselves at home. It'll be a long journey. We'll take the roundabout way for safety. Raise anchor, men. Aye, aye, sir. Any furry... Oh, so female... I suppose Crystal is the obvious answer there. From Star Fox. You know what? I'm gonna give a weird answer here. Freya. from FF9. Don't at me. If I'm being honest, it's mostly your personality, but whatever. So what will we do once we reach Braren? We'll get a hug from our niece. Attain an audience with Cecil and determine the truth behind these affairs. What if Cecil's already in enemy hands? Ridiculous. That could never happen. Not to Cecil. Alright, I want you to read the next one, okay?
How lucky is he? He is.
There you
How
go.
lucky he is.
There you go. Good
I
job.
skipped the he. I switched
Yep.
the he and the is.
That's sometimes called dyslexia. You give him such absolute, unwavering trust.
He didn't even say anything.
What?
He didn't even say anything.
No, he didn't. Ah!
I thought
What
it
is
said
it?
aw.
You're all beneath her!
You're all beneath you.
It's a joke. Don't worry about it. Ready yourself, Ursula. Oh, hey, it's Monk A, B, and C. Sweet.
Won your battle, lost mine.
Oh,
B, C,
Firefighting and ground.
G, H, I, J, A, B, C, D, E, F.
I can't either. Like, so many people have died who were, like, either partially named or not named characters, and Monk A, B, and C have been with us this entire scenario.
There was
Hang on. I've never heard of monsters storming the deck of a ship before. The moon must be affecting the world's creatures in strange and unpredictable ways. It's the monks.
Who's the mom?
It's those three guys who have no names. Because they're so worthless. Oh, wow, we're almost to Mazidia. Damn, we've gone a long ways. Oh no, here comes a ship! No!
What happens if there's a ship?
Well, Baron reportedly doesn't have much of a fleet. Oh, no, sorry, that's a Damsian ship. Never mind. Real quick. Thank you, Wolveril, for the sub. Hey, look, there's more monks than there are Red Wings. Who was this made for? The intention was to make this as a... This is their quote, not mine, as a love letter to the fans of Final Fantasy IV who wanted to see more adventures of their favorite characters. That is their words, not mine. Terraria, Impossible Creatures, Lego City, Undercover.
Yay! Yay, dog!
We're racing out to the docks, you dogs, is how that says. Oi, oi, sir. Damsian.
Bye bye.
It's Edward who has a new outfit. Is that Jan?
He's just like, bye bye.
Edward Chris von Muir. Muir?
What?
Who the hell is that?
Who is that?
Secretary to the King of Damsian. Harley. No last name given.
That is the queen.
Sure. I mean, it's been 17 years. He might have moved on. You could not find a stronger or gentler monarch. No one half as brave. Edward, are you safe? Actually, canonically, what's probably happening here is, Edward, are you sailing for Baron? Because they're on ships. They're on two separate ships. They're yelling at each other. Yes, that's right. Their destination is the same as ours. Indeed, Fabul has picked up on the same signs we have, no doubt. Ah, what a shot of confidence, knowing he's on our side. Yeah, and the ocean's, if something you don't know this, the ocean's kind of loud. Edward just always has whisperweed. No, there's no sound now. Oh, I've already passed it. We're losing speed. Looks like those monsters did more damage than I thought. We have to hug it out.
What monster?
The guys we beat up earlier. Don't just sit there. The ship needs repairs, men. Get to it.
They're just running with... My feet are hitting the...
Yep, our sailboat started smoking because it has engine troubles.
What happens when we have engine?
Well, sorry to be bearer of bad news, but it looks like our fuel tank's out of action. You are a sailing vessel, and I can tell because in the shot where you're saying this, there are giant sheets visible behind you.
Nah.
What? Yeah, I'm with Yang. What? We've got just enough fuel to reach the closest shore, but not much more than that, I'm afraid. The closest shore? Yep, the Adamant Isles.
I want to hear. I want to
There's
hear.
okay, fine. Here. Here's the music.
I thought you said that the ocean.
I
was
told you the
gone.
ocean was gone. We went past it.
Meh.
I'm sorry. No ocean sounds for you.
Hug.
Yay!
Tickle. Hug.
Yay!
Tickle. Hug. Hug. Tickle. Hug. Tickle. Tickle. What?
Powering down.
Use the controller. I said use the controller.
I am now ready to defeat Beep Boop. State target.
Who?
Acknowledged. I will attack who immediately.
Who is that?
Some palm oil should work. Yeah, we just need to get palm oil for fuel. We need to get
What is palm
palm
oil?
oil. Why do we need fuel? What?
Why the heck do we need?
Hang on, that actually hurts my head. We're in a... Ignoring the fact that we're in a freaking sailing vessel. Edward was right there. Hey, dude, loan us a freaking can. Okay. So let's just get what we need and get moving again. Remember that this is an unexplored island. No telling what's out there. Oh, God,
Oh,
Valerian.
what?
Then I'll go. Father, I'm coming too. I'm a named character. You will wait here. I will take Monk A, B, and C instead.
Monk A, B, did it actually just say that?
No, but that is their names. Let us go with you, Master.
Monk A, B, and C.
Enough worrying about me. I'll be back in a short time.
Where's A and where's B and where's C?
C is the one with slightly different skin color. That's the only difference between them. And it's the only way I can tell it's that one. Well, we're up to like 5, her royal fluidness, so...
Well, why do the others have the same skin?
Laziness? I don't know. I mean, there's no such thing, but... quit your worrying. This is Master Yang we're talking about. I hope there won't be any more trouble. You need to stay here, Princess. A forest can be a dangerous thing. I'm worried
They
about
just
Master
keep
Yang.
trying to leave her behind.
They really do.
It's like every 2 scenes.
It is. It's Theodore all over again. You have one character trait, and that is being left behind. Have fun. You get a hat at the beginning of the game, and it's like, all right, pull out your character trait. Okay, Theodore, you're a punk. Rydia, you're an idiot. Ursula, you're left behind. I can't wait to see what we get next. We keep our stores down below decks. Ooh. I will steal everything. Yes.
Will you actually steal everything?
If it lets me, yeah. But I don't know if it can.
If it does let you, then you're definitely doing it. So
I could vibe that, Valerian. And again, that is literally... I please don't take this as an insult, Valerian. You are who this game was made for. I'm not joking. This is for people who wanted more FF4, but a little different. That, again, this is not hyperbole. This is what they were going for when they originally made this on the flip phone in 2008.
you want to make sure you don't get hit by wind.
Father. Sorry, Ursula. We had to leave you behind.
Again?
Probably. Don't worry. Master Young will be back before you know it. I mean, I get you, Valeria. I do.
Why does she always have to be left behind?
Because this game is bad. I'm going. No! And are the monks coming with?
Of course.
Yep.
They actually are. Sweet!
We have protection.
Yep, we have monk A, B, and C. Oh, and what's her face?
Who is that?
Ursula. Her name is Ursula.
Why did you say what's your face?
Because I'm making a bad joke. How far in did my father go, anyway?
Why does she look like that when she's just standing still?
I don't know. Alright, kick! Everyone, kick! Yeah, quick, help us kick. Help us kick.
I'm Ursula.
We're kicking. We're kicking.
Oh, well, then you have to be a healer.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you gotta stay behind, because you're Ursula.
Hold on. I tell everyone what to do.
I mean, yeah, you're the princess. She is literally the monk princess. Oh my god, I just realized our I mean, FF4 has always had, like, a lot of royals in it, but our party is almost entirely royalty. Not like those three monks, I mean just like the main characters of the three scenarios so far.
I mean, your random NPCs aren't royal.
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised.
A, B, C, D.
Oh no, these are all of Cecil's other sons, that's what it is. These are his
His
bastard sons.
bastard son.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yes, it's a Fire Emblem game, exactly.
Where is A, B, C, and D?
They're right there. Look, monk. Read it. Read it.
Ursula. C.
See, Rydia is the closest one to not being royalty. You could argue that because she's one of the last of the summoners, and she has direct connections to Leviathan and Ashura.
Why do her earrings look like that?
She likes earrings. Therefore, she likes
The way the way she looks on the thing looks different than she looks in the game.
Yep, that is a normal thing, for good and for bad. Hey sis, where are we at on food? You have the phone.
Oh, it's the leftovers.
I know. Your mother and I are getting something. And I'm
It has
wondering...
not yet been picked up.
Okay. Cool. How much farther do we have to go? This is the end. This is the last dungeon, actually. So I think whenever the food gets here, I'll finish? Beat/finish the dungeon. I will finish the dungeon. These guys hurt. Ah, Monksy's dead.
Monksy. Poor Monksy.
He deserved to die. Because he kept telling the princess she couldn't come with. Yeah, 3 kings, a queen, a prince, a princess, and E-popped. The heirs to Mysidia.
E-queen, a prince, and a princess.
Okay, so we gotta get to the healing spot.
A prince and a princess.
I sure hope we have some tents on me, because I haven't really had a shopping trip this scenario so far.
E-dad? What does E-dad mean?
I don't know.
And then, what happens when we stand there?
Well, it allows me to save, which is good, because I need to.
To eat your food.
Yep. Now I'm gonna eat this tent. No, why are you tickling me? I was eating a tent.
You're not supposed to eat tents.
Oh. Well, okay.
They'll make you
Yes.
sick and they're too big.
That's listen, I've got a huge appetite, okay? Oh yeah, Luca's a princess too. Can't forget about her. So we have a dwarven princess and a monk princess.
What's a dwarven?
Blissey evolve.
What, sorry?
Does Blissey evolve?
What's a dwarven?
No.
Didn't think so.
I think Blessie's the third. You don't know what a dwarf is? For real?
Don't know what it is.
Sis, I'm afraid her schooling has failed her. She doesn't know what a dwarf is.
I don't work on dwarfs yet.
A dwarf is a fantasy creature, which is common in most fantasy settings. They're usually either made of stone or hardy or otherwise more durable than other people, and they tend to have big beards and they have a tendency to talk in an accent similar to this one. It's the type of thing, you know, where you have to try and emphasize the vowels a little bit differently.
It sounds like someone and that is from a TV show. I can barely do that. Or
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Come here.
I am not good at that at all.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's our child. What? Aren't you happy? I just figured with all the sex we were having that you would never have a child. Yeah, aren't you in your, like, 30s or something? I don't know, whatever. Yeah, she's never seen Snow White. It's fine, it's fine.
I've seen Snow White.
What? You lie.
No, I don't.
Perhaps further in.
Why does he look different?
Oh yeah, no, this is totally Lise right here, 100%. Like, even the outfit is shockingly similar.
So you have to get to the princess.
And then kill her.
What the? I have to kill her.
Very well. We will not kill her. That would make us feel bad.
And I would tickle you if you do.
No.
No, I'm not gonna tickle you because you're not even there yet.
Oh, thank goodness. But when we find her, it will be hug or death. Do you have a favorite Disney movie? Can you even think of a Disney movie?
I don't.
Elsa? I mean Frozen?
That counts. There you go, Frozen. That's
No.
true, we did. Please stop leaning on the quite so hard.
Hey.
No, it's just, it can't quite handle all of your weight, that's all. I can feel it bending. That's all. I'm sorry. Ah! See, I can handle your weight. I'm good. I got this. Go ahead, let go. Yep, see? I got you. You're light. Ah, see? See? This is easy.
Ah, it's been picked up.
Woohoo! I did lose part of my armchair, though. In the kerfuffle.
No. I say no. I say you do not put that back on.
I must put it back on. It is my destiny. Uh-oh. Oh, we have two adorable children.
Power.
Not the power hug.
No, the power.
I'm sorry, do you mind repeating your question earlier, by the way, Dr. Winter? Also, lol, about the Warhammer thing.
No.
I mean, that makes sense. Country living English old men who hold a grudge over everything. Yeah, it's just dwarves in Warhammer Fantasy, right? Straight up.
The low part.
Question. So, my youngest here asks, why are we beating up skeletons? Does anyone have an answer for that? Because, like, honestly, I'm not sure. Why are we beating... Seraphim, why are we beating up skeletons? I hope your house-buying endeavors have been going well, Seraphim. Because Lord knows that's a thing. Especially right now. Hi, kiddo.
You
They-
didn't know which one it was.
No, I knew it was you.
Mm.
You are a baby bear. And that's it, because we're streaming, right? So no names.
Yona.
Okay, loud.
I'm doing
No, no tickle hooks. Wait, no tickle hooks. Wait, oh shoot. Look up. There you go. There you go.
I'm still doing the tickle hug.
Wait, no! I'll double tickle hug you back. Gotcha. Gotcha. You'll never get free. No, no, no.
What about me?
You'll also never get free. No. You are too powerful. No, go get dinner. Go get dinner. Go get dinner. Get dinner. Get dinner.
After one cup.
You get one pedal.
One.
No, that's it. Go. Dinner.
That was really 1.5.
I know. It's okay. Go get dinner. As you know. Yeah, I saw that Tor is getting another expansion, which is just ridiculous. I don't even know what they're thinking at this point. So supposed to lose fight. Would I consider a fight the game demands you in to progress, and then your character loses in a cutscene treated a lost story as a meant to lose fight? So by the definition of what a supposed to lose fight is, no. But what you just described is actually, in my opinion, worse. It is actually extremely frustrating when you successfully beat an enemy and then lose in story. I can actually think of a lot of games that do that. Way too many. It is such a common trope. I've seen that in FPSs. There's actually a Call of Duty game, I will not name which to avoid spoilers, where you have to go through this big, intense section where the section you're on is getting artillery shelled, right? So, and you gotta race through, and if you die, you start the level over, which makes sense. Until you get to the end, at which point, you die from the artillery fire. And I'm sorry, that's just aggravating. Food?
Food.
Okay. I'm gonna finish this dungeon first.
Okay. Are you coming down?
Yes. So, I cannot be the only person who actually hates that. Just, oh yeah, you won! No, you didn't. Oh. Okay. And RPGs love that. Absolutely love that particular thing. Anyway, sorry. Getting back to your question, by definition, no, that's not a supposed to lose fight. That's something worse. That's impressive, Dr. Winter. I don't suppose you can name the game, or is that too much of a spoiler? Because I'm curious, because I've seen a lot of instances of that over the years, and it pisses me off every single time. It's even worse when they act like, not only they beat you, but they beat you effortlessly, right? Like, you go through a big, awesome boss battle, and you bring them down, and then they're like, yeah, I was... flick, and then they just destroy you. And it's like, you suck. Okay, cool. That's cool. I'm cool. Do I not have... I don't. There it is. Beatrix actually does follow this. I love FF9. Beatrix totally does that. The only slight difference is most of the time she beats you in the battle. But it's the same concept, right? You completely crush her, and then she's like, eh. And yeah, Xenos does this in Stormblood, which pisses me off there. It's... Kingdom Hearts 4... R... And then off the deeper ends here, sorry about this, is going towards... Sorry, I was misreading. It said the FF6 comparison block, and I realized what you probably meant there. So the FF4 comparison block, Final Fantasy X, and Final Fantasy VIII. Thank you, off the deeper end, very much. So, yeah. Yeah. There are ways to make a supposed to lose fight work, but in my opinion, it's something so frustrating that I'm vaguely shocked that people keep doing it. It is such a common trope in gaming. I believe you, Mr. and I demand pictures when you're done. Mr. Young. Huh? What? Won't you even take a day like this off? Training exists especially for days like this. Assuming your mind is in it, that is. Oh, it's Duke Consort. Jazz music. Duke. She'll be giving birth any moment now. Go now. Wait, I'm sorry. Wow, that... Okay. It's very rare I get to point out what is referred to as objectively bad writing, but... She'll be giving birth any moment now, go now, and be by her side, is bad writing. Repetition is a tool, like any other tool, so you can use it to counter-emphasize or to reiterate something, to create a motif or a theme. It is also extremely easy to screw up. If you repeat a beat or a point too much, it actually detracts from the overall impact you're trying to get. Anyways. Oh, you were too late, Young. You're dumb. Also, if they could hear Ursula from here, that girl's got some lungs. Yeah, so Final Fantasy II, on the NES, had a supposed to lose fight, which is... That's a ways back. I'm not sure. There probably is one earlier than that. I don't know what it would be. Yeah, it's literally the first thing you see when you fire up the game is you get a text crawl and then you frickin' die. It's actually quite effective. It's probably one of the only story positives FF2 will get. That's a lie, there will be more. Mega Man X1 has a supposed to lose fight too, also right at the beginning. Really off the deep end. Cool. Now see, if you said RFF2 has a great story, then I would agree with you there. You should totally go watch the Final Fantasy II rewrite. It includes the most evil character I have ever written as of this moment in time. I will agree, for a NES RPG, FF2 has a story. That's as far as I'm willing to go on that. But I will agree with that point. Yes, my version of Mateus is not a joke, is the most evil character I've ever written, as of now. I actually intend to surpass myself on that, with another character I've already designed in my head. It's not Kefka, before you ask. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not going to write Kefka to be evil. Lol, Dr. Winter. I don't think I've ever had that exact scenario happen before, because every time I actually go for it, I always have to take down the archers first, but That is hysterical. Let me tell you, that fight on Nightmare, woof. Yeah, most of the villains who would qualify for that off the deeper end are just flat characters, I would say. Congrats, Valerian. I've never even, like, gotten past, I'm not sure how far. I actually started a run after my Mass Effect 2 run. And then just walked away from it, because, yeah, it's incredibly time-consuming. Please let me have a turn. Please let me have a turn. Please? Okay, sure. That sucks. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Winter. I've actually talked about this before. If I somehow had truly infinite time, I would actually like to do another Nightmare playthrough of Dragon Age Origins, because I enjoyed it. But like you say, it is a long playthrough. It is a huge time investment. Some people don't really think about just how many encounters are in that game. And every single one of them is a whole thing. You know, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 on modded to be even harder than hard. I don't think it's harder than Dragon Age Origins was at Nightmare, personally. Hey, Philisandus, do I think this game is worth testing off and playing nowadays? Let me look at the gameplay and story negatives over here. I don't know, they all tell a pretty cohesive story, I think. I would agree that it is longer, because Act 3 exists. Yeah, no, I think you're right, Valerian. There's just too much you can do to just crack Baldur's Gate 3 in half. Dragon Age Origins, there certainly are some cheese strategies, but... Well, let me put it to you this way. The reason I discovered the Arcane Warrior and Mana Blast combo, or Mana Burn, or whatever it was called combo, was because it was basically necessary for my Nightmare playthrough of that game. This just in. Valerian secretly hates people who cheese games. Yeah. I used to say Act 1 was my favorite part of Baldur's Gate 3, but honestly, well, Act 1 has the most polish and is, for lack of a better way to put it, objectively the best section. I'm with you. I kind of prefer Act 2. Also has my favorite story beats. Although, I will admit both of my favorite encounters in the game are in Act 3. Yeah. Nice work, Ursula. Really? Really? So I can be big and strong like you someday, Daddy? Oh, of course. Oh, excuse me. But remember, Ursula, there's something I want you to cherish even more than that. No way, I'm gonna be big and strong like you, Daddy. Yeah, Iron Throne is in Act 3. See you around, Yoda. And Raphael is Act 3. And both of those are masterclass encounter design. Like, I could sit down and spend some time. I could do an essay on each of those encounters, because they are brilliantly designed. No, I'm with you off the deeper end. It is by luck and fortune that I have managed to get almost 3 playthroughs of the game in. 2 co-op, 1 on stream. And there will be a 4th someday. We're nowhere near that, because it's a long freaking game, but we'll get there someday. Yeah, no kidding, it's very strong. It kind of depends, Dr. Winter, because in some cases, playing the origin character gives you more of the story, of their narrative, of their character. DOS 2 is a good example of that. But in some cases, it's the opposite. Like, I legitimately believe, I'll use Baldur's Gate 3 as the example, that if you play as an existing character in Baldur's Gate 3, you just don't get the same experience, in a bad way. And among other reasons, you're mute. The moment you play as insert character here, you stop talking. Oh, man. I don't remember the last time I've gotten a massage. No, I do, actually. I do. I even remember the specific place I was. Dude was impressed I was as flexible as I am. 'Cause I don't look like I'm flexible. For the sake of reviewing, I'm probably going to do the Dark Urge again. I'm not super enthused about doing that again. But, like... I mean, what's the option? What's the alternative? So when are you going to start giving Ursula her formal training? Not until she understands it for herself. Understands what for herself? Kindness. Honor. She is kind. I wonder if you can find a more honorable young lady. True enough, but she still yearns for strength above everything else in her life. Everything. That's coming from you? I say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. She's my daughter. My one and only daughter. For some reason, you haven't given me a second one, dear. We could place Will. I've actually been debating which mods we'll use for that run, too. Like I said, I've done the super hard mode mod. I've also done the increase the party size mod, and the make the game harder the larger your party size mod. I've poked at a few others, but those are the big ones. For the record, by the way, the increased difficulty because party size mod is, in my opinion, mandatory to anything other than a super easy playthrough. Like, if you want any kind of difficulty or challenge at all, you're going to want to get that mod if you're going to use the party size mod. I think it's like 20, Dylan Dodo. There's a technical cap. It's basically impossible to reach it. I would never play as Lae'zel, good god. And if you question that, what's going to happen is early game action economy is going to sway things your way, which means things are going to feel about even because the game is actually pretty rough, especially in early game, and especially if you don't know what you're doing. By the time you get to about mid game, when you're getting about to level 8, you will be rolling over everything if you don't have the difficulty increaser. And again, no judgment if that's what you want, but there's a reason I almost always recommend those two mods in conjunction. And yeah, there's sliders and options. It's some good stuff. There's one mod that adds a whole bunch of spells from the actual spell book, you know, from the magic manual, whatever the hell it's called, that are not in the game. When I say a whole lot, I mean that's like 50 additional spells. A lot of them are redundant. Some of them are hideously overpowered. Well, I didn't mean quite like that, Pillars of Snow. But yes. Yes, Baldur's Gate 3 is full campaign co-op, is what I like to call that. It is also very co-op friendly. That's like a triple or quadruple or whatever. I forget how many pauses we gave to co-op for, but it's a lot. It's like DOS 2. Very, very co-opable. I think you're right about crossplay. I can also attest to the fact that Baldur's Gate 3 has very fun co-op. Yeah, this you notice we're talking about anything other than the game we're playing, Diligent Toto, and as anybody who has watched me stream games before knows, if we reach the point where we're talking about anything other than the game we're playing, you know we've hit some doldrums. Dude, Space Marine 2 is another great co-op game. I actually look forward to dragging my co-op group, my current co-op group, through that game. You want to hear something funny? A few months ago, we had like 4 days before the big WoW patch, and my co-op group was primarily focusing on WoW. But we had 4 days to kill. So I was like, you want to try something different? They're like, sure. I was like, alright. Civilization 5. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with it, Civ 5 is arguably one of the best 4X games ever made. Especially with all expansions, which that's what it is at this point. Now, the funny part is one of those co-op people had never played a 4X game of any kind before. It was their very first exposure to it. At the beginning of the game, there was a whole lot of or oh, I don't know what to do with this, or oh, this is kind of boring, or And by the time we were done, they wanted to keep playing. It was so fascinating watching One More Turn develop before my eyes. For the record, I hugely recommend Civ 5. It still is a great game, and it is still one of the best 4X games ever made. Unironically. That recent playthrough has actually reminded me of how well designed that game is, and how much I'm looking forward to reviewing it someday, because I think it's going to crush. I think that's the one, Maze, yes. Don't quote me on that, though. Now, Crusader Kings 3, where I couldn't stop banging my aunt, who was Bragwin. Look, have you seen the stats on her? Oh my god. Yep, we went through this whole forest to get some palm oil from this palm tree. Well, obviously I think Civ 5 is better than Civ 6. But I actually think Civ 6 is pretty legit. Civ 6 has a better modding scene. Better modding support might be a better way after that. Listen, Blade 12. What you do with Bragwin is your business, not mine. But, yeah, this is why we're here, Mr. Red, is we were going to this exact palm tree in this forest of palm trees to get oil, to get fuel for our sailing vessel. I am going to give that a negative. It's just nowhere near as bad as Rydia. Anyways. So let's go fight a boss. Hi, Evo. Yeah, Civ 5 was so good. So Civ 6, sorry. You asked me about Civ 6. Civ 6 has a better modding scene, and I like how Civ 6 wasn't trying to be Civ 5, but more. It tried to be its own thing, and that's a good move. I think that was the right call. This is bad news. We've been talking about fighting games, 4X games, co-op games, Baldur's Gate 3, DOS 2, basically anything other than the game in question. What, was that all? It's impossible, Master Yang. It's just too hard! Trying to crush it through sheer force will only serve to bruise your knuckles. Every object has a weak point. Find it. Concentrate upon it. Yeah, no, I like the district system, exactly. Civ 7 sucked. Now, quick anecdote, for those of you who haven't been watching Civ 7's news, they're really pushing a big... Good night, Asmir Star. I look forward to seeing your pictures later. Civ 7 is pushing a big patch right now. The biggest feature of the patch is that you no longer have to switch civilizations each era. Now, if you don't understand how funny that is, that was the back-of-the-box feature of Civ 7. That was the selling point of Civ 7. And they just got rid of it in a patch. Anyways. Why? Because Civ 7 was bombing. Also, and this is true, 2K games. Father, I'll try my best. Tenketsu! What was that, Pillars of Stone? It's Yang! Father! Keep your eyes on the enemy. Alright, let's recover a little bit. Yeah! Well, okay. I guess I could have used potions, but I didn't care enough, honestly. What's funny is that's actually a traditional fighting dress, and for good reason. It means her legs are pretty much completely free of movement. Nothing is impeding them. Same thing with the shoulders. In fact, you remember me showing you that Stormblood trailer? Pretty much the same dress. Oh, that's so cool, Bragwin. That is just so badass. Wow, the monks are completely worthless. This is funny. And Ursula's dead. I was about to do band, and then Ursula died. There we go, okay. I've actually described it the same way, Kira White Noise, so count me in there too. So, I've actually talked about this before. For those of you who know, our 4X games, going as far back as Civ 1, have had this problem where late game sucks. And there's no nice way to put that. And there's a lot of reasons why. I'm not going to bore you with this right now. Point is... Well, no, I didn't... Oh, whatever. Point is, late game sucks. for several years, different games have tried to, different 4X games have tried to solve the late game problem. And Civ 7's solution was to just never get to late game. You just do the early game 3 times. It was a solution. A moldy nematode-infested vampire who stabbed with a dagger exploded into a dragon. What the... Okay. Ah. Lol. Yeah, exactly, Caroline. Is at a certain point, you're just spinning your wheels and filling out the map. Or you just put the game down because you're done. Even some of my favorite 4X games follow that. I mentioned Civ 5. How about Master of Orion 2? At a certain point, you just have such a tech advantage of Master of Orion 2 that you've won. Nobody can stand against you. A Cowboy Magneto voiced by Asterion. Yeah, that sounds like Resident Evil to me. Yeah, at a certain point in EU4, or 5, I guess now, with CK3, you've won. No one can stop you. Obtained? Hey, Evo. What do you think the plot point is that we need palm oil? Just guess right now. Just real quick. Yeah, palm oil from a palm tree in the middle of a forest of palm trees. But we needed this palm tree because, well, we needed a boss battle, obviously. I think I lost Evo. I lost her! No! Also true, Blightval. You're right. It is possible to basically have lost a 4X game and never be capable of turning it around. I have run into that problem. Martial law. Oh, he's the mandated Bruce Lee rep. Yeah. Oh, dude, that would have been amazing, Braven. Sorry, no, that seems perfect, Octave. I'm running through a few things in my head. I think we'll go with that. Okay. Obtained palm oil. Ursula learned Tenketsu. Woo. Huff, huff. Well done. Both, Zactav. Father. My father, the king. You always had strength, but now it is affirmed by the heart. The heart to save your companions in need. I only carried out what you taught me, Father. From this moment on, consider yourself my newest disciple. Father. Don't expect special treatment, though. Not even my own daughter is allowed that luxury. Father. Aw, I thought she was going for a hug. Spare me your tears. I am no longer your father. I am now master to you. Oh, that doesn't sound good, actually. I get where you're going with that, but that sounds like a bad thing. Off to Baron, then. Yes, master. Twin Wing Frenzy Band. Okay. Well, we could go farm a red tail now if we wanted to. Why do I have... Why do I have to walk out? I was literally about to say, I haven't seen a lot of particularly bad gameplay negatives in this arc. Okay. I don't care if they have teleport. There's this thing called a fade to black. We could just... Like, there's nothing here. We're literally just leaving the dungeon, and then there will be a cutscene saying, you have beat it. Why is this... Why are we... Why? I'm pretty picky with Legos, Zactaft. There's a few I'd still like that I don't have. The Venator, obviously. Love the Venator. A few Star Trek ships, like Excelsior, not that they have that. Or a D'Deridex, not that they have that. Or a couple of fictional ships, not that they have those. The Normandy SR2, I would like. Obviously the Hyperion, one of my favorite ships of all time. What's funny is FF4 had 5 party members purely for story reasons, and they have restricted themselves ever since, to the point where it's actually been stupid. I will give FF7 a negative for the excuse they give for why we only have 3 party members. For those of you not aware, I'll just tell you this right now. It's because it would be too dangerous to move in a larger group. So periodically you just have to pick 3 party members and leave everyone else behind. Somewhere. And since you don't actually have a unified base or station or ship for a huge portion of FF7, they never really explain where the other party members are, other than that they're just traveling, like, in addition to you? Excuse me, thank you, Blizzard. 2 party members. Like, the idea is that they're just, like, 5 feet over that way, also traveling with you. But they're not in the party, because that would be dangerous. And so when you get to the next town, they show up right after you, like, hey, we're here. It's dumb. I prefer FF5's method, excuse me, FF4's method, where they just have a larger party size to accommodate the story. If there is one thing that defines FF4, and I mean this, it is that story was the focus. And I think that's one of the reasons why, frankly, Final Fantasy took off in general, and why FF4 did as well as it did. And then FF10 actually did a good job. I actually like what FF10 did. For those of you not aware. In FF10, you can only have 3 party members in combat, but they could swap at any point in time with the other party members, because your whole team was with you in lore. So everyone's always present in cutscenes, everyone's always present in lore, and you could effectively have every single party member participate in a single round of combat if you wanted to. Yeah, in FF6, there's actually not a lot of times when you split the party like that until the end. But at each time, the rest of the party members are doing something. Yeah, 12 did the same thing, too. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Winter. FF4... I think FF4 will score pretty well, especially since we'll be reviewing the Pixel Remaster version. I'm not sure how well the SNES version will review. And I think the DS version will be kind of a mixed bag, but I think it'll overall score pretty well. The problem with FF4, really, is that it was kind of a... how do I put this into words? It was one of the first RPGs that had game design to it, is how I wanted to say, how I want to say that. Because FF1 was a mess, right? FF2 was an experiment, and FF3 was just throwing stuff at the wall and having no idea what they were doing. Good, and so there was some good stuff and some bad stuff there. FF4, they had some, you know, basically FF4 was, we figured out some of the basics of things like item placement, boss design, equipment design, level layout, etc. So FF4 is a fairly basic game on the gameplay axis, which had a really solid story, because story was such an emphasis. If you put a gun to my head and ask me what the worst aspect of FF4 is gameplay-wise on the SNES, I would say it's the lack of info in-game. I didn't know for years that there's a lot of unique equipment and special effects and all kinds of stuff that works a certain way in FF4. Hell, I didn't even know that certain characters actually have different stats they pull from weapons based on which hand they hold that weapon in. Among other things. Okay. Master Yang, Princess, you've all come back safely. Will this work for you? Amazing work, my liege. I need no thanks. My pupil did all the work. It's me. Master Yang has taken me as his disciple. Please call me Ursula. Is there anything I can do to help? Well, if you're offering, I need help refining the palm oil into fuel. Could you lend a hand? How is she going to help you refine palm oil? You know what? I don't even care at this point. Whatever. Ah. So, Mr. Red, first of all, save state before you fight Richter. Are you familiar with how to fight Richter? This is some high-quality oil. We'll be at the gates of Baron in the blink of an eye. Yeah, we just poured alcohol into the gasoline tank. Master. What is it? I feel a tremendous sense of foreboding ahead of us. I sense a disturbance in the force. So you've noticed it too. Yes. Right and down from the clock in the center, Mr. Red. Lash yourselves to the ship. What? Now, do it! Yes, Your Highness. This dread I feel. I'm sorry, push-ups. It's Levia! Like, I know that's kind of vague, Mr. Red, but when I say right and down, I mean, like, almost immediately down after you go right from the center clock. Oh, I forgot to unequip the dudes. Oh, whatever. Anyways, we're done. Yay! Oh my god, that was boring! Yeah, Soten. Mr. Red is playing Soten for the first time, and I can give directions for that by memory. That many, Evo. That's 7, if you can't count. We've done 3! Oh, the good news is we did the slog one early. The bad news is the next one is Palom. Ugh. Not today. Not today. I'm gonna go get dinner. Oh, and the Oreos were good.